We don't feel bad about that, right? Ladies and gentlemen,
just to remind everybody real quick,
back like we never left for phase 3 of the August divisional breakdowns. It is none other than the Jersey Triad coming to you live from the On the Money Sports Lounge and Casino for another edition of On the Money podcast. And here tonight, we're breaking down the AFC North and the NFC North. You know, we took down
the black and blue divisions.
The black and blue divisions of the league. We took down some big dogs last week when we discussed the West.
I know. I was sad I couldn't be here for that.
How you feeling?
Feel better.
Yeah.
I can.
Hey, there it is. And we're right in the middle of draft
season. Can you do this at least?
Yeah. No, I can do it.
Because last week you were like this.
Yeah, no, I had to make a whole
hip turn, body like fucking Mr. Claw and something.
At some point, I'm pretty sure Alexi was calling me from behind me on purpose all week at work because I was just like
Vince McMahon with the neck brace in 1994.
Yes. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure I pinched the nerve because it still fucking hurts when I wake up in the morning. But
so technically, you never gave us your picks last week.
Yeah, and you're not going to get them this week.
Why?
He doesn't have his notes.
Are you still thinking? So then you owe us 2 for next week.
I do.
So when we break down the NFC, AFC East, it should be easy for you. I already know where you're going with it for the East. I want you to dedicate some time, and then we'll start next week's podcast with the NFC South, AFC South. And you have an advantage because of all the news that has been flooding the streaming sites over the past couple of weeks, past couple of hours, including Tyler Warren today getting hurt at practice. Yeah, everybody's groin hurts all of a sudden.
Yeah, I don't know.
Groins and hammies, baby.
I mean, hammies are always a thing, especially for certain players. But this year, like you said, groins have been a problem. It's kind of pissing me off.
It's wild shit going on.
I was on the cusp of making a trade for Tyler Warren. I was going to try and get it done after work today. And when you told me that news, I was like, all right, let's pump the brakes.
Let's
slow it down.
We were talking. I've been picking them up because I got a draft this Sunday. You just went through a draft this past week.
What's up, Dad? I had to remind him.
So now it's a question of if you have a draft like I do on Sunday, how does that impact your value on him when you were willing to pass up on a Brock Bowers or a Trey McBride?
Yeah, honestly, man. I mean, I didn't. I don't want to say I wasn't looking for Warren in my draft last Sunday, but I just kind of let him pass by me in a sense because I was kind of trying to focus on running backs and certain wide receivers. But this Saturday, I was going to try and make it a point to focus on trying to get Tyler Warren in the 4th and 5th round. And now
on that turn, that's a perfect spot. He feels like a golden ticket.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where I'm drafting at in Netta's league. She always sets it an hour before. So, I mean,
imagine you got your 2 wide receivers, you got your running back, you got your quarterback, and then there's Tyler Warren in the 5th round on the turn.
Staring at me.
Just staring.
And there's somebody in that league who's probably not hip to the news or probably doesn't care as much as I do, and they'll probably take him earlier, like early fourth or whatever like that, and that's fine. I'll just have to, bite that bullet, but I don't know, man. I kind of really want more, but I just need to find out. Hopefully we get more news by Saturday.
What if you fall like the 7th round because of this? Knowing the injury history, knowing, let's say they come out and they're like, oh, he's going to miss 3 weeks. Knowing all that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to purposely fade him in that 4th and 5th round, see what happens in the 6th, and then hope he falls to the 7th and just go from there.
We've been building it out. It's draft season.
We've
been talking about
better about our trading kingpins.
Yeah.
Who made a trade with Chris?
I did. 27-3 for Chica Congo. And then I made a trade with Bills Mafia.
I seen that.
I was negotiating that trade for a couple of days.
Yo, your wide receiver just spent the week on the team and said, I'm out.
He served his purpose.
Yeah, Alexi brought that up too. He goes, "Why would you trade Burden if I just traded him?" So I was like, "I don't know. Maybe that was a piece he wanted to make another move." I said, "He has him in the other league, so maybe he hit
McConkey in the
2 leagues." And he goes, "Well, he got Ladd in the other league." I was like, "You're right." So maybe he was just a chess piece move. I don't know.
When we talk about bounce back players, and I know we discussed them last week as far as the West, I feel like he is the prime definition of a bounce back player.
Yeah, he's in a prime spot too, for sure. I like Ladd. Last year he burned the shit out of me, and I don't know how much of Ladd I want this year, but you're right. This year could be a big bounce back year.
I'm not scared of any other pass catcher on that team like as far as their wide receiver core, as far as their tight ends.
You sure?
The biggest.
To
I was
say
told
that I'm
Quentin Johnson's a stud.
Yeah, right. Yeah, to say
He got
that
hurt
I'm
today.
scared of other pass catchers on that team is a stretch. But I do think that Mike McDaniels is going to try and have that offense humming. So there's going to be opportunities for everybody.
Absolutely.
But Ladd is probably
You're gonna get your shot.
Ladd
It's
is
gonna
not
be
only
frustrating.
Yeah, it is.
Because they're going to be dropping Quentin Johnson and Trey Harris. They're going to be dropping wide open touchdown passes. And
Right.
you're just going to be like,
Ladd is the biggest name on that offense next to Herbert, and he might be.
You're going to just see McDaniels on the sideline with that look that he used to have as a Dolphins coach.
and the sure thing is Ladd McConkey and running the football.
Right.
And Amarion Hampton looks good. Their center just got hurt today.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like, you
don't
know,
know how-
just-
I agree with you. Out for the year.
it impacts fantasy football, even though he's not a fantasy viable player.
Sure is.
Just as far as how the offense runs and what
I
they're
don't
trying
like
to do, and
I feel bad.
the amount of time that Justin Herbert has back there to be able to make the right throws. So it's like McConkey could inherit a lot of targets simply because of the news that dropped today.
Right.
Chris, what's up?
Chris, don't ever bring up fantasy baseball around me ever again. Okay.
Hey, you're still alive, dude.
I don't know how.
You're still in it.
I probably should.
It's you and Heather right now, and she wants it. So you just set your lineup.
I mean,
that's all I ask.
The
Integrity.
team looks like they're
2
trying to
weeks
scrap
left.
with Heather, but I'm
'Cause
looking at
it's-
them like, you guys can't hang.
If you lose, you open the door for this guy or Matthew to still get into the playoffs as the 8th
The
seed.
probabilities, the numbers are definitely on Heather's side.
That's tough.
And then as of right now, she's up 6-3, I believe. So, but all I can do, I guess, is try, put on a brave face, and
Give it your all.
give it my all.
Put your best foot forward.
Put the best foot forward.
Well, tonight we're talking AFC, NFC North, phase 3 of what we've been doing. How about them Cowboys? Fight back, Mikey, says Chris. Oh, man. I think she left one of those prospects that she picked up. She left them on the bench today. But he hit 2 home runs
Oh, damn.
today,
Oh.
sitting on
Oh,
the
that's a
bench. So
herpes.
that's your way in.
Thank you, Heather.
You know, if anything. Alvin Kamara, something we didn't discuss before we went on live, is going to be out for a month with an injury. Jaden Higgins yesterday, which we discussed,
That's
torn
big.
ACL for
That
Jaden
is
Higgins,
a
who
big hurt piece. Bro.
it's a hurt piece because that's one of those guys going into our redrafts, going into draft season. That's a guy that still qualifies as a sleeper pick. He's going to give you more than the amount compared to where you actually draft him at.
How
And-
about them Cowboys? And then just like he gets in, he gets right back out.
And for him to just be out now for the year potentially, it's like, oh boy, that sucks. That could have been a potential option that you were thinking about in round 9, round 10 of your redraft leagues.
I mean, even later than that.
Yeah,
He went late in last Sunday's draft, so I think it was more like 13, 14. And there's only 15 or 17 rounds in that particular draft, so yeah, later than that, dude. And like you said, he's a big sleeper for this year. Well, was a big sleeper for this year. I just feel bad for the kid. I thought he was primed for, I don't want to say a breakout season, but he was definitely going to have a season for sure.
It sucks.
I mean, yeah. I say breakout makes sense because we don't really know what we're getting from Tank Dell yet. 2 years removed
Yeah, I
from
mean,
football.
I refrain
So,
from
he
using
looks
the word
good so
breakout
far.
because of his quarterback.
He looks good in practice right now. I just want to see
Is
him
that his
play
quarterback? Who the hell's that? The guy with the backpack that showed up for
Yeah, the regular guy on
with
that
white
video.
t-shirt and shorts.
Freaking CJ Stroud, bro.
What the
I
hell?
don't know. So, to say any receivers on his team will have a breakout year is kind of tough, but I don't know. They have
So,
options. though.
we were talking a little bit before we went live about quarterbacks getting paid. I mean, damn, buddy.
That's another one where it's like, do you really want to sit here and pay him a lot of that money? He's not. I don't think he'll get $50 million, but he'll probably get like a Daniel Jones type of contract, which is still a lot for CJ Stroud.
A lot, yeah. Oh,
And
the mighty
unfortunately,
fallen.
that's the the market is the market when it comes to QBs. But dude, man, what do you do? What do you do? What's the answer for our
draft.
backup plan for CJ Stroud from the Texans? Like, what do they do?
They do not have one at the moment, clearly. And I don't know how much closer they are to one. We all know about the 2027 draft class that we've been talking about for 2 years, though.
Dude, neither the
And-
Texans or the Panthers have given those quarterbacks any type of extensions. I've talked about it.
Nope.
We could be living in a world where those quarterbacks just swap places. Bryce Young on the Texans, CJ Stroud on the Panthers.
Could you imagine?
Just a straight up trade.
No, where they both teams let them walk. Go test free agency.
That could mean so much to like 6 or 7 other teams.
Mm-hmm. Because they again, they
'Cause
haven't.
if you don't get
discussed
one,
any
you can get the
contracts.
other. If they throw them both out there, that would create. I mean, Falcons. They could be a name that they.
Yeah,
like-
and now we're talking about the Falcons just overpaying for a quarterback because they feel like they need one.
They did a couple years ago with Kirk Cousins
Yeah,
and proceeded to waste the first round pick
well, that was
on a quarterback.
They probably shouldn't have done that.
And now they got 2 of them.
So like when Seattle overpaid for Matt Flynn, at least they drafted Russ in the 5th round.
That was crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Right.
Matt Flynn. Wow.
Matt Flynn got what, like a $200 million
Mm.
contract or something ridiculous off of like 4 or 3 games.
It's going to be a crazy conversation going into 2027 because
Yeah,
of
dude.
the draft class coming in, because of the guys that are due to get paid. The hot seat coaches, which we haven't really even got into like that yet, but that's going to be a conversation of its own. They're going to create.
I don't know if that means scat players. Maybe it's a typo. I think the Niners are going to have to use scat players if players keep getting hurt.
I mean,
But the Niners.
is CMC hurt? Is he holding out? All I keep hearing is tightness.
that kid is hurt. I mean,
it could be.
History repeats
Yeah.
itself. That kid is probably not feeling good, and I don't trust him.
Kittle is trending towards potentially playing week 1.
Right. He's
But
another
is
guy.
the CMC thing a distraction because he wants to get paid?
Is that
I
going to
mean,
be the
given
new
everything
wave?
that his team is going through right now, I mean, not to say that he doesn't deserve it or he hasn't earned it or whatever the case may be, because CMC is definitely one of the best, if not the
You got
best
to
running
if
back.
you give him more money, you got to put insurance on him. Like,
Yeah,
in case
you got to have some sort of like, how are you holding out knowing you get hurt every other year for the most part, and knowing that your team just lost like 20 players in the last 2 weeks? Like, this is ridiculous, bro. I think
Not gonna argue with you on that.
even if you are holding out because
knowing that
contract, like that's just
you might
weird,
mess
bro.
around it, but he also knows, like, hey, maybe I'm wide receiver 2 on this team. Because when you think about it, is that going to be the new wave for him? Is he get break the threshold as far as do the 49ers pay him?
I don't know, man. He
don't think so.
touched the
Like-
ball over 450 times last year between running the ball and catching.
That's what I'm
it. So
scared.
it's like,
That's why I'm scared drafting.
You
him.
gonna give him another 400 or 500 touches this
I don't
year?
think
Like,
Coming off the Brandon
yeah,
Ayuk,
I don't think so neither.
debacle, which is
that he's
safe
still
to-
employed. Well, he's not getting paid, but
But technically,
why are you
still-
holding
yeah,
on to him,
I don't
dude?
know.
Now you're being petty Betty.
I don't
Bro.
know if there's money stuff involved or whatever legal
You're
stuff
being
is
petty
involved,
Betty
but
right
yeah,
now.
it's
Just
weird.
cut him.
Yeah, it's weird. That kid should not be on any NFL team.
33 million.
He's just on my roster and Kingpins just because I got
because
this
nobody
feeling
wants him.
I should have took that deal.
Nobody wants him.
Not only that, the moment I cut him,
that,
the Niners release him and he's signing with someone, and someone will scoop him right off of waivers. I'm not saying he's going to be any good, but
somebody will take.
I don't want to live in
on
that
him.
world.
Somebody will take the chance on him if they are in a,
See, it would have been easier for you to cope with it if you just released them like a year ago.
Yeah. But it's all right, though.
there was still more value.
There's
in
a lot of
having
wide
him last
receivers
year.
on the bloodline.
I mean, yeah, even more of a reason to probably cut that guy. He's just eating up a roster spot.
Jets
There's
haven't
nothing
been in
on
the
the waiver
playoffs
wire.
for years and still have more playoff wins this millennium than the Cowboys. Oof, man. Cowboys just getting stomped out. You got the New York team joining forces just to take shots at Dallas.
Damn, that's a crazy stat, Chris. What's up?
That's an insane stat.
yeah, that is bananas.
That's
Son of a
that
bitch.
is disturbing
Ugh.
to say the least.
Right.
When we're 2 teams that we're going to be discussing next week, AFC East, NFC East. You got the Jets, you got the Cowboys. You've got fights going on at practice between the Cowboys and the Saints all week long. That should be an interesting.
I'm sorry, guys.
preseason
I'm making a
game.
deal right now.
Fights? It looks like
I got an inside source at Walmart that's about to grab me signing.
Okay.
One of the two things
Sources.
is there.
All right. You got to make moves. I understand. Speaking of moves,
Bird man, bird man, bird man.
I actually forgot to share the pod on the page.
And the best part is he comes with Frankie.
You guys go ahead and take over for a second. I'm gonna get
and
us right.
It's not Coco and the
first
the
video I
Texas-
see is Cooper DeJean getting burned by Pop Douglas. When I pull up,
Yo, that route.
I don't know
was
if you got.
nasty.
I pull up his.
I shared that video on the Philly page. Of course, they're out here defending it. Why wouldn't they? It's their job. So
I know why he ran that route.
Yo, talking about one guy said, May would have been sacked. It was a 9-second route. Like, dude, hence it says literally one-on-one drills. There's no time involved in this video.
He's got an
no type of
explanation
time
for everything.
Yeah, bro. He's like, you would have been sacked already. And then somebody else said, that he ran to the sideline because it took too long. I said, there it goes again. You guys keep talking about this time thing.
Where was his help?
Has nothing to do with a one-on-one situation. This is a one-on-one practice exercise.
He didn't get cooked.
You either get cooked or you did it, and DeJean got cooked.
And even if he did get cooked, it doesn't matter. And also, Hurts interceptions in practice don't matter.
Yeah, Buddy definitely needed to run straight to the locker room. He probably told him to pack his shit for the day.
It's like in the old Maddens where the guy would disappear into the crowd.
Yes.
He just runs. He didn't jump into the stands. He just blends into.
Yep. Just gone.
Just blends
like
into
freaking
reality.
what was it? Forrest Gump when they told him to run home. He just
kept running,
and everything just started breaking off his legs. Run for it. And I just ran and
I was running.
We're in the multiverse here, so I'm sharing the podcast on the Nostalgic Multiverse page. I know.
Yeah, we gotta get the links out there. We gotta get the people going. We gotta get
usually
the people.
do it earlier.
I just woke up and just started walking. And I just kept walking and walking. And then so many people started following me. They started interviewing me, and somebody said I look like Jesus when I waved my. What a great movie!
That movie is absolutely.
They call it the $1 million boom, but I've never seen a penny of that.
I heard the craziest stat today. Did you know that Vladimir Guerrero has not homered in Toronto in over a year? Yes,
Damn.
he has yet to have a home run.
So every home run he has is on the road.
That's crazy.
It's weird.
That is crazy.
So how close was that home run for Schwarber being? Like, I know somebody here bet
it was close. The DraftKings gave him. What's crazy about that is, I had a 4-leg, and the cash out was so disrespectful on the 4-leg. He was the last person I needed for the 4-leg, but it was such a disrespectful cash out. I was so angry that I just took it, right? So I took the cash out, and then that play happens. So I'm thinking he hit the home run, and I'm like, wow, I'm an idiot. Because I took the cash out thinking Schwarber just went yard, and then they review it. And on DraftKings, it showed the score of, I think it was 8 to 4. 8 to 4. So it was 5, and then all of a sudden 3-run shot. Now it's 8 to 4, and then they pulled it back, and he's battling in that at bat, but just never recovers. He doesn't end up actually like hitting it. But yeah, that was a big. That was a big thing.
Because I know you guys bet Schwarber every night.
And the crazy thing is, if you were to just immediately try to withdraw that amount, they're going to remove it from your gambling account.
I got away with it before. They never removed it from mine.
Your FanDuel or whatever.
Straight up, I took a cash out before, and I never got.
Well, they didn't have there wasn't a thing against it before, but they've cracked down.
It was a Kittle touchdown that they took back that they said he was down at 1, but I cashed out. It was like a 3-leg parlay, and I cashed out. They didn't get me because it was like a cash out of like $15. They're like, F you. Take your $15, Chico.
Get them the hell out of here. Get them the hell
What
out
up,
of here.
Sherm?
Sherm, what it do, man? We're breaking down your division tonight. Want your thoughts on it? Who you think is going to win? Even though I have a pretty good idea of how you think it's going to play out. Also, NFC.
I actually surprised myself when I did the AFC breakdown.
For today?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you say that?
Well, when I do this shit with you guys, I kind of just look at the schedules. My thought process on how defenses are pretty much based on last year and what they did last year. And then I go through the schedule and I do the whole win-loss thing. And I don't know what I did. I just kind of caught myself by surprise. Really. That's all.
Okay.
I don't want to give too much up because we're about to go through it.
We're about to get into it.
We're about to get into it, so I don't want to give too much out. But yeah, I surprised myself.
So two divisions.
You always got a lot of thoughts, sir. You always do.
Two divisions that could potentially send multiple teams to the playoffs. Two divisions that, I mean, when you look at the talent, the ends of the spectrum as far as easiest strength of schedule, hardest strength of schedule, and who could actually take advantage of that and who could actually struggle with that.
Right.
There's a lot of ways we can go with tonight's conversation. So, I mean, and this is your baby here. We're talking the North, the black and blue division. So how do we go about starting this out?
I think we saved the AFC for last.
Okay.
We'll start off with the NFC.
I just finally checked real quick before we started my baseball team. Fucking Wall Skeens, bro.
He sucks, dude.
I don't know what happened.
He's not mean.
He
is not mean.
Stinks.
The nice schemes.
The light schemes. The light Paul schemes.
Polite.
Yeah,
Polite
bro.
Pauls.
I mean, hey, you're still in it. Technically, at this point, it looks like to me, from my eye, with a week and a half left in the fantasy baseball season for us, it looks like you, Mikey, and Matt are all fighting for the same spot. You're all playing musical chairs, and you're each getting bludgeoned separately right now. So if any of you can just get up before the count of 10, and like if you just, even if you're using the ropes, if you could just stand,
The name's updated.
if you can just stand,
Dude.
you could potentially make the playoffs in the Sandlot Baseball Association year 3.
You never made the playoffs?
No.
I made them.
No, he's made the playoffs. Remember,
No.
we had the tie. We had the tie in the playoffs, 6-6, and I advanced.
I was in that. I
You
thought I was
were,
with
yeah, you
Noli.
were a part of that. No, I didn't play Noli.
I made it to the semis.
I got eliminated by Rob. Noli and Rob played each other. Noli won. Then he left the league.
Yeah.
Walked
Won the
off in
league and
sunset.
left.
Won and left.
Walked off in the sunset. That guy.
And me walked off with the
I'm going to play
championship.
Matt on that one.
No, it's a lot. Baseball's a lot of
baseball's
upkeep,
a lot,
bro.
yeah.
Like, it's-
Oh, look, they just joined us.
Mateo, what's up, man?
Matt, that third round pick was fair value.
Mateo, what is going on, brother?
Whether you want it, he ain't even worth a second round pick right now.
We need Junior Caminero, buddy. Big time.
Damn, Mike, can you imagine if he made that deal with you, instead of
We need Junior.
Nakua and put BTJ in it? You would have never made the playoffs
Hold
last
on.
year.
You remember when Matt had Jamar Chase, Puka Nakua, AJ Brown, and Devon A-Chain?
I do remember. Well, no, he didn't have all the three of those, did he?
Are you sure?
No, because I gave him A-Chain for Nakua.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't matter. He still had 3
I have 2 out of those 3
all-pro
guys now.
wide receivers.
Yeah. Yeah.
3 all-pro receivers.
Yeah,
He would have won a championship by now.
Maybe. But he didn't.
Oh no, he would have. That team would have been.
last year. He would have won the championship.
He would have won the title last year. I think so.
He would have survived the holding call.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Chase and AJ Brown, I think so.
Chase went off championship weekend.
He did.
He had almost like 40 points or something like that.
He did.
Yeah, I
He
think
did.
so.
I don't know if AJ would have helped though.
They re-signed Flacco, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they got Burrow and they got Flacco just in case. You never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no, Chase looks
I
like
looked at Matt's team today.
I'm not going to be
Football.
mad at people who take Jamar Chase number 1 overall.
I mean, how can you be mad at that?
Yeah.
It's just it is what it is. You're not going to get another shot. He's not going to come back around and turn, buddy.
A part of
This
me
is your-
feels like Alexi's going to do that too
You-
in sick picks.
Oh, 101
Yeah, he hasn't said it.
in
and
a
I know
12
he-
man is
I
crazy.
feel like he's been
Like,
avoiding Jamar
You
Chase's
guys
name.
not allowed to have only 5 viewers of this podcast out of respect of Jaden Daniels. Not allowing to use the number 5.
hold up those 4s, baby.
What you think
High
and what
fours
you
from
know
now
are
on.
2 different things, Oscar. What I do know is Parker Washington's wide receiver 1.
Yes, he
Jacoby Myers is wide receiver 2. And it's so bad that BTJ's wearing non-contact jerseys in practice.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. I don't know. You also
Regardless
have Travis,
of the pecking order on that Jaguars team, there's way too many mouths to feed. So I don't,
you have Travis Hunter kicking field goals. I don't really know what is
Bro,
going
there was
on.
portions where Travis Hunter was on the first team wide receivers and BTJ wasn't.
I don't know if any of those wide receivers get into the top 10 this year. It's simply because there's too many mouths.
Probably not. Yeah, and you got Brent Strange, who we're not really even talking about, and the fact that Bashil Tootin looks like a superstar so far.
Right.
In
I mean,
camp.
we
Like,
could
he's
see
out
the
there
emergence of Tootin.
balling.
Maybe they don't even need to run pass the ball like that. That would be another thing. If he has 3-4 games this year where he's just running out of his mind, that means that Trevor Lawrence isn't throwing the ball like that. That's 3-4 games where BTJ, Washington, Jacoby, Strange, they're all not doing nothing. Those
just sitting there, all in the first quarter, just sitting there. With
all three of them could potentially
points.
be in the top 25 of wide receivers, but they probably won't crack the top 10. They would have to have insane games in order for them to crack the top 10, and then be consistent on their throughout the year.
I could see when Matt was typing that, he had a beer in his hand while he's typing.
I
like as hell. Look at his phone. This big.
I like
BTJ.
BTJ.
Turn off the cast real quick. Turn off the stream.
I like BTJ as the second wide receiver. Like
BTJ was
putting up wide receiver
first and second rounds
flex.
last year.
Right.
No,
Like
no,
still,
this
you
year
can't
took him in the
justify
first
that.
round, right? Wasn't it the first round or third round?
Somewhere.
It was pretty
I
high.
feel like it was high.
It was pretty high.
Yeah.
There was
He's
a lot of
probably
he
not
put a lot of work into turning that shit
Parker
around.
Washington's going to go in fantasy drafts before him.
I mean,
I believe so.
knowing what we know today, barring any injury or anything going on, another guy who he's undisclosed potentially wanting
I'm so
to
excited
get
for
paid.
the fifth.
I'm pretty pumped too, bro.
The redraft,
That weekend is going to be
the sick picks
big
redraft.
No, that weekend is insane. It's not the
that's
gauntlet.
our, that,
but
it is our
it's-
gauntlet though. Technically,
It is our gauntlet, but it's not like the
It's-
original gauntlet
no.
that we had.
That was exhausting.
Yeah,
that was just trying to do
exhausting,
too much.
yeah.
This is our
It is.
gauntlet.
It's a big
September
weekend.
4th, 5th, and 6th are the
It's a big
the
weekend.
big dog leagues that
Yes.
we're going to be drafting in.
Yes.
All of us. You know what I mean? No matter how you slice it.
Yep.
Starting with the Friday night Elite 8 draft, continuing into Saturday, which is going to be a little bit of a marathon, and then ending with the,
How many drafts you got Saturday besides the live drafts? How many online are you doing that Saturday?
None. I don't have any online. Yeah, I
'cause you
set it
love
up
doing-
that way. I set it
You
up that
love
way.
doing online drafts and live drafts at the same time.
Yeah, no. The online draft, how many do we even have this year?
That's scary.
I think I only have 1 or 2. Everything else is live.
You joined Jason's league at work?
No, his draft is Saturday also. Yeah, I guess the dude that they were going to replace me ended up wanting to keep his team, so at least that's what he told me anyway, which is cool. I don't need more leagues. I just say yes every time somebody asks me. That's the problem.
I unfortunately had to drop one this year, which I still feel bad about. I hope that you
I joined a dynasty league last Sunday. I was
Yeah,
at the
you
live draft, and they
Yeah, you
were
did.
talking about how they need to replace a guy, and I'm like, I'll do it. They honestly, they barely even asked me. I just said I'll join it.
I'll put it out there right now. August 30th, if anybody is doing any type of online draft and somebody drops out, you can shoot me a text. August 30th. Let me make sure I'm clear because I have no drafts going on for that weekend. No
I only have
redrafts.
2 online drafts, and none of them coexist with that weekend, so I'm good.
And I'm going into it this season realizing how much dynasty football has influenced my train of thought when I'm trying to get myself into redraft mode and
Yeah, that
believing
that
in
might be a
ADPs,
problem.
like believing in players' ADPs. Besides thinking to myself, it doesn't matter. It's whoever
Right.
falls. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, but is that a part of who I've been drafting with for the last 7 to 8 years? Or is that a product of the influence of the injuries that we've been hearing about, like today's
Or
news,
it's just a culmination of all that stuff.
all mixed into one messed
Yeah.
up soup?
Yes.
Yeah. Eating
Fantasy
soup.
football gumbo.
It's like eating soup on a 95-degree day outside in the sun.
Ugh.
Bro.
Ugh.
And you got to decide how much of this shit are you going to be influenced by? How much of this are you just going to double down and be stubborn about?
I get it. It's scary.
Drafting on the back
A
end.
lot more shit's gonna happen by the time we draft.
And I really feel.
I also think there's gonna be trades. There's gonna be guys that get cut that are gonna get signed.
I really feel like this year, especially when we're talking about one quarterback leagues in redraft, you have that we're all going to be dealing with it on the board, running back versus wide receiver. Who do I like more? Which way do I go with it? Like, I feel like there's a renaissance going on with that position. We were talking about it a little bit, where it's like it's not so crazy anymore to see somebody go running back, depending on who those guys are.
Right.
I
don't know.
Some wild shit going on, like a
there's so much to think about when it comes
Jameer
to
Gibbs,
fantasy.
Devon A-Chain combo or something. Like You
I
can't
know.
be
Derrick
mad at
Henry,
that.
James Cook combo.
I literally said that. I
Bro.
literally said that.
On the
Cook
turn.
and Henry combo is
On the
something that's
turn.
very possible for back end drafters this year, and it's
Somebody
a
who
scary
has
thought, honestly.
somebody who has the 11th pick and they are choosing to go James Cook over a Justin Jefferson is like, I'm not mad at you, yo. Like, I'm not mad at you.
Who could do that at pick
Like,
10?
He could potentially be sitting
I
right
might
there.
take Cook at 6, so don't get too happy.
Woo!
Don't get too happy.
You're not giving
Man.
up Amon-Ra 6 and all the money.
I
Bro.
already have him in the league.
He's
man.
thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm
He's
thinking about
thinking
it, bro.
about it.
Double tapping RB is what won me the league last year. I might F around and do it again this year.
He's thinking about it,
I
bro.
might do it, bro. You know, Bijan and Henry
We're
last
going
year
back
were
to 2018.
cornerstones.
With
They
running
were
backs going back-to-back.
cornerstones on that Bijan Kenobi team last year. And
There's the eye roll. Look, I'm not talking
You
about
know,
there's the attitude.
you know, those guys just they gave me the shiniest belt a guy could ask for.
I mean,
You know?
how many? That's Bijan and Derrick Henry together combined that weekend. That's like having that combo
It was like 59 points.
is
Something crazy.
I should have won
Yeah,
Bijan number
55,
1 overall.
59. Maybe.
I chose Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
What screwed me is not picking up Burrow when Elon dropped him because he thought he was done for the year.
Or that because I mean maybe I don't go have the team or year I do without Bijan too, so I don't know. If I don't take
That would be
Bijan,
so nasty.
like
Derrick
if I don't have
Henry and
Bijan,
James
I probably take
Cook and all
Amon
the
Ra.
money to start my draft.
With James Cook and Henry.
That would be sick.
Yeah, I don't know if I let Cook fall that low, man.
But knowing my luck, all the shit I keep talking about, Derrick Henry, this will be the year I pick him and 800 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns.
Stop it, man.
I would just
if
sit
that
there.
happens, to me it's because he got hurt.
I would just sit there and look at my phone like this every Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know, man. At this point, I mean, you know, Father Time catches up to everybody. He is the most undefeated person of all time. But I got a feeling that Derrick Henry is just going to be one of these players that we
Barkley
just
might be there too, and I'm not worried about picking Barkley.
Nah, I
Because
mean,
they're going
Barkley's
to have to run the ball after what I've been watching in practice by the passing offense. They're going to have to run the ball.
yeah. I mean, I don't see Barkley being there for you in the third round.
I would have to pick him in the second.
Yeah, you would have to take him with that double. That you'd have to double tap there. So I don't know. I don't know if I like that really.
Were you guys comparing Barkley and Henry?
No, he was just thinking about taking Barkley in the back end.
I mean, he's a back end name. He could fall to the
But
second.
I've seen him go
lowest.
deep into the second too in some leagues, in some mocks.
It all depends who's there, man.
Right.
All the Money Sports is a weird draft. It's a 2-quarterback league, and sometimes these cats want to keep because I have bonus points for quarterbacks. You're not losing nothing picking a quarterback.
No.
I mean, I break it
Depending on
down.
who it is. No,
Oh, you know what I do got to do? I got to fix that with the sleeper app with the quarterback. So here's the deal about that.
Ah, you figured it out.
I figured it out. So here's the deal.
So is it an extra 3
If you
points,
leave,
or-
no,
It's-
you can take points off if the quarterback scored. So here's the thing. You don't have to make it a 6-point play. If you institute that, you don't have to make it a 6-point touchdown. It's in punishment of the tush push.
So
That's what sleeper app said.
That's what I'm saying. So if the
Sleeper app
QB
said,
rushes it, you can
Yeah.
make it a 2-point
I
play
can just make it
instead of a 4.
instead of a
You
6-point
decide.
touchdown.
That's what I thought.
You decide
That's
what.
how I understood it.
Yeah,
right?
you decide.
I
what
thought it was like
be.
bonus. No,
Yeah,
it's
no,
not.
That's a nice
No.
little.
That's sleeper saying the tush push is cheap. Let's do something right. Because you
Alright,
know
how
what?
many? How many years do you think it's going to take ESPN to like we've come a
Well,
long way with
ESPN
the
now
sleeper
owns
app,
the
bro.
NFL app, so it's one app now. The NFL
Good. They needed-
fantasy
they
app
needed
no
to merge
longer
together.
exists.
That was the first app I ever played on
Which
when it was
sucks
the Any
'cause
Given Sunday
It
league.
erased all our history. Like
Yeah, I mean,
all
you know,
I know is who the champions were, and it's hard for me to remember who played who.
that's
Right.
why all
I'm
that
getting
matters.
older, so
the
my
people who
mind's
lost-
getting fuzzier.
The people who lost and won remembered, but that's what makes putting your name on that belt all the more
Yeah.
meaningful. Like that's the way that you like. This is
But I'm not gonna do that because I'm not gonna punish the tush push in our league because what about the regular quarterback runs?
Right.
It takes points away from that. Now, if they wanted to do like 1-yard touchdown penalties, that's not a bad idea.
I guess. I mean,
I'm okay with allowing the tush push to give you the amount of points it's supposed to give you.
The tush push is the reason why his
Yeah.
numbers look good in fantasy.
yeah,
I
really.
mean, When your quarterback is
scores
getting you 12 touchdowns rushing
a year.
he can't pass for over 25 touchdown
You
passes.
figure, listen,
he makes up for it with those.
Right.
He gets you 2 rushing touchdowns. That's 12 points right there. He gives you another 50 yards on the ground. That's 17 total points just off his rushing.
I'm gonna make.
That's why his fantasy numbers look so good, and that's why people confuse fantasy from reality.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
just because a player's very good in fantasy, you have to look at it beyond the scope of that, and you have to look at the situations that go with it to understand why.
The problem is some fan bases live in a fantasy, and people can sit there and they can run their mouths
Peyton
about
Manning's
who knows what and who doesn't like what and who doesn't know ball. But the fact of the matter is, I know a few things about certain fan bases. One of them is they don't like when you know more about their team than they potentially do.
Yes.
They don't like when you can spot the flaws of their team.
Flaws that they complain about every Sunday, Mike.
They don't want to hear it come out of your mouth. They want to be able to say it first. They want to be able to drop that jewel. Yeah, you got to blame somebody. You got to pass the buck, right? But God forbid, in August, we sit here and we point out those same flaws because all of a sudden we're wrong for it, even though that potential quarterback, who I think we all know who it is still out there doing the shit that I was yelling about last week.
Doing that shit in practice.
But I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to control the narrative. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You don't know football,
right? I don't know ball.
You have no.
I don't know what his own defense is.
Did you read the one comment about that, where the person's like, "Yeah, but you don't know. He doesn't get to the line in time." And the audible, and the guy goes, "You just made his point for him."
Beautiful.
He goes,
I just keep talking. Keep talking about it.
You had a lot more people on your side than you would think.
Because the people,
commenting.
I mean, of course, some of them are NFC East fans, so it's like they know what I know. And I mean, it's not a foregone conclusion or a big secret.
I just love how they act like it's all this, like they're so like surprised to hear people talk.
This is my favorite comment. All he does is win.
People hate them.
Good enough to win a Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts can win Super Bowls. Jalen Hurts is
just like I tell how that worked. It's not Jalen Hurts winning those games, and it's not Jalen Hurts winning those Super Bowls, bro. Yeah, I mean his numbers they look a little inflated.
Here's the comment right here.
I'm not gonna say his numbers aren't great.
A defense is committing 8 men to the box in a Super Bowl.
You better be able to throw for 300 yards in a pass happy league. Yeah,
Luke Hargen. I don't know who Luke Hargen is. This is what he commented on our TikTok video. Every scheme is designed to mask the flaws. Jalen can read a defense. He just doesn't have audibles to take advantage because of his ever-changing playbook. Also, being loud isn't a personality. This is what the Jay Macheg, I don't know how to spell. I'm sorry I butchered your username. It's so ironic you think the Eagles never gave any audibles to Jalen Hurts because this is the dude's exact point. Bro gets up to the line. He has no idea what he's looking at until it starts moving.
Why would you call it audible if you don't even know what you're looking at?
It's too late. Way to go, bro, making his point for him.
Makes no sense, bro. Makes literally.
And I didn't see the comment, but I'm glad that if you just watch people talk themselves into a wall,
they always will. Especially
I'm just gonna let you step on the rake and let it hit you in the face. So every single week. They kept
commenting. Here's more comments. I hope you know NFL defenses run mostly zone through every game, and he's still winning. He needs to try something else. This one isn't going to stick like the rest. The other guy, you clearly don't know football. The Eagles don't ever get to the line quick enough for him to make changes. This gets funnier right here. Then why doesn't Hurts get to the line faster? Oh, let me guess. It's the OC's fault.
Thank you. For those, since I don't watch football every single week, thank you to those of you who were, because I wasn't tracking the comments after I was tracking it on Thursday because I was getting a lot of heat on Thursday. So I had time. I was off Thursday, so I had time to go back and forth with a few people. But then after that, life happens, and I'm not worried about last week. I'm focused on, NFC North, AFC North. Right. But I know I struck a chord with some of the comments I made last week. But this is not a conversation that I created last week. It's the same conversation, guys. It's the same conversation. The only difference is it's going to be a new scapegoat.
And, people act like this is new. We've been having the same conversation about this guy for almost 3 years now. And one of those years, they won a Super Bowl.
The only difference is now we have a new scapegoat. And who's it going to be? Nick
Right.
Sirianni, right? A
Right.
guy that
Of
I was
course it
already
is.
saying isn't good at
They're
being a
gonna
coach.
fire Nick Sirianni. They're gonna give Jalen $60 million and then complain why they can't keep nobody on the defense or why they can't go out and get another wide receiver stud like they did with AJ Brown because they're paying this guy too much money. And all of a sudden, it's a problem. Then they'll be the ones really talking how we're talking, bringing about all his flaws and saying that he can't do this, can't do that. I can't believe how he paid him all that money.
I guess
That'll be their future.
It's going to take y'all 2 years to admit out loud what I said to you guys on the podcast long ago, and now you're mad at me just because I'm willing to say it out loud, but you're not willing to admit it out loud to yourself. You're the one watching them and following them every Sunday.
You know,
you're the one pissed off.
Living in South Jersey. And
mad as hell you ordered all that
fans,
pizza just to watch a boring-ass offense run the ball.
It's like what referees have to deal with in major
Somebody, I can't find the one comment.
We just got to sit there and learn how to
I don't know where it went.
Learn how to talk back to these guys. Learn how to take it for the most part because, honestly, sometimes there's no talking to some of these Eagles fans. It's literally like, talking to a brick wall. It really is. But regardless of how you might feel about it, you don't think we know ball, blase, blase, blah. That's cool, dude. Congratulations, man. I'm happy you feel that way. But when we say comes to fruition on Sunday, I don't want to hear it.
You can sit
I don't want to hear it.
Somebody also commented, put a top 10 quarterback on this team and they're going undefeated.
Chacho.
That's crazy.
And somebody goes, Hurts goes undefeated a lot in the playoffs. That's what matters.
But that's what I keep trying to tell people. Even if people at work like Hav and Jason and stuff like that.
Because his team changes every offseason. Purdy, blah, blah, blah. That goes, neither of those teams have had as good as roster as the Eagles. Maybe the Niners, but they're hurt 99% of the time.
You can put almost any quarterback on this Eagles team. It's not about even having a top 10 quarterback. There's a reason why Jalen wins games with this team. It's because the team is built to win, not Jalen Hurts. He's not built to win games. Jalen can't put the game on his back, bro. He really can't.
When you have good ownership, when you have a good GM, when you have decent coaching.
When things are good from the top, that shit trickles down, bro. That shit trickles down. As a Giants fan, I know.
So
I know.
When I say he's one of the most protected players in football, people lose their minds.
Kudos to the staff. Kudos to the staff.
You devised a way to be able to get yourself a Super Bowl, get him an MVP through your system, which when I call him a system quarterback, people lose their minds.
You can put almost any quarterback on this team, bro. Even you can replace Jalen Hurts on their Super Bowl year with, I don't know, CJ fucking Stroud, and they probably still go out and win a Super Bowl, bro. Probably still go out and win a Super Bowl.
I think you're overdoing it.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think you're overdoing that.
I'm sorry. I don't, man.
We're getting nasty now.
I don't.
I know Dak Prescott.
You don't think CJ Stroud has looked really bad? Yes, but he's also been getting attacked and bludgeoned behind that offensive line. You put CJ Stroud behind people who's actually going to protect him, you don't know what he looks like.
I can go on a limb and tell you Dak Prescott will win a Super Bowl with this team.
Dude.
Josh Allen will finally win his Super Bowl.
Almost every starting quarterback is winning. Jacoby Brissett's winning a Super Bowl with that.
Dude, you're going too far.
No, I'm not, Oscar.
Hold on,
though. No, I'm not.
All of the teams, his entire career, Jalen Hurts has played alongside a top 10 defense. The entirety of his career.
If Rex Grossman can make it to a Super Bowl, Jacoby Brissett and CJ Stroud can do it, bro. I'm sorry, but it's possible. If Rex Grossman was throwing passes and touchdown passes in a Super Bowl, CJ Stroud and Jacoby Brissett could do it with this Eagles team.
His defense was wicked.
I mean, the Eagles defense was wicked last year. It's been wicked for the last few years.
He hasn't had anything less than a top 10 defense his entire career. That helps, right?
Yeah.
That's not something that's
their special teams has been really good too. They have an all-around good team. All they needed was Saquon Barkley to run for 2,000 yards. That was the cherry on top for them, literally.
Well, the Chiefs sold out to stop him, and they did.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I mean, what did he have? 20 rushing yards, 50 or some shit like that.
They challenged Jalen Hurts to make passes, and he did.
Right.
Yeah.
But
and
you
also
have two all-pro Pro Bowler wide receivers out there catching the ball, and a tight end catching the ball.
Defense was beating the shit out of Mahomes.
That's their job. That's what they're supposed to do.
Right. You know, so that makes everything just flow better.
That was his best game.
Let me ask you a question. look at the Giants receivers. If Jalen Hurts had Darnell Mooney, Calvin Austin, Darius Slayton, catching balls for Theo Johnson, do you think they win that Super Bowl still? Probably not.
We're gonna find out how many games they win with the wide receiver core they have now.
That's a big. We're going to see how
We're
good
gonna
of a
find
wide
out.
receiver.
We are.
I know
mean,
Devontae Smith is a good wide
Replace
receiver.
the Philly
We're
core
gonna
with the
find
Giants
out
core,
if
and they
he
probably
can
lose that
truly-
Super Bowl.
Like I know
If
Devontae's a good wide
if he
receiver.
can get to the playoffs and win some playoff games with this, because I'm sorry, we're gonna find out Devontae Smith is Robin, not Batman, and that's taking nothing away from him.
You know what?
kinda
Though?
does,
you know what?
though.
You know what?
I feel like it
I'm not
kinda
gonna.
does.
I'm not. I don't diminish Devontae Smith in this situation because I feel as though in an offense that's still going to be primarily run heavy, he's gonna be able to shine. He's gonna get
I agree.
his.
It's going to be interesting because guess who's getting the double coverage now? Devontae Smith's getting the double coverage now.
That's
He's going to
the
get the
question.
AJ Brown treatment now.
That's the
Well,
question.
I mean,
Like, what's
he
what's
hasn't
so-
done anything to
is
garner
Makai
that,
Lemon's
so I don't
hand
know
gonna-
if
is
they'll double him
Makai-
right away.
Oh, he's getting double to start the year, bro.
See.
The OCs are, I mean, DCs are going to go against the Phillies, making sure that Devontae Smith isn't. Of course, you're going to make sure Barkley's not killing him. Then the next thing is let's take the next best option way, which is Smith. So basically, defensive coordinators are going to want Makai Lemon, Dallas Goedert, or Datavian Wicks
Makai's still not practicing.
to beat them. That's if Datavian Wicks, Makai Lemon, or Dallas Goedert have these career days and the Eagles beat them, they're gonna. Oh well.
Makai's still not practicing. So there's a good shot that week one they stroll out there and it's Hollywood Brown.
He's
in that
also
spot
had a very good
with
offensive
Octavian
line his
Wicks
whole
and
career.
Devontae Smith.
Who hurts?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Top
On top
five.
of that top 10 defense, that offensive line has been top 5.
And kudos to Howie. He drafted those linemen.
I mean, I'll be here the entirety of the fall for anybody who wants to continue discussing the matter as far as Jalen Hurts. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you how it's going to go down. Potentially Nick Sirianni getting canned because of the inefficiencies.
Well, Sirianni is going to be the scapegoat no matter what. If the
Who
Eagles have
else
a
are
bad
they going to
season, it's
blame?
him.
Who else
So
can
then
you
it turns
blame?
into who do you hire?
AJ Brown's gone. Petula's gone.
Bro, they had to talk Vic Fangio coming back because of all the drama that was going around.
You're going to fire Mannion after a year of OC?
There's no way.
That right there will tell you he's not the issue. You're going to get rid of him? How would that look? They are very aware of how it all looks, the perception around them.
Smith is going to be a draft and sell high kind of guy early on, in my opinion.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, because eventually once this offense settles and they're in the run, it's like he can go off in September.
And that's what I kind of mean, too.
October.
I don't know if defenses will start the year doubling Smith. So, like Matt's saying, he could have 3, 4, maybe 5 really good games to start the year. And then, everything starts to settle in, and that's when the double teams start to come in.
Like I think he'll be just fine. I think he's a good wide receiver. He's attached to an offense that I think is limited. So that's his situation. That's the risk you take with Devontae Smith going into that 4-5 turn and looking at some of the other names that are potentially there. Like, would I prefer to attach myself to a running back at this position, or is it time for me to look for a Lamar Jackson at this spot?
Right.
And not even have to look at or deal with any of that and just completely just fade it. You know what I mean? Like you got to decide. Like I know he hasn't been practicing like that, but he's fine. He's the one now. You know what I mean? You got to protect your one.
Right.
And he is the one. And as long as Jalen Hurts don't overthrow him, he'll be able to make some big plays.
Happen. It's going to happen.
You know?
It'll happen more than Eagles fans wanted to, but it's going to happen.
You can't sit here and spend all this time talking shit and then avoiding certain conversations just because you don't like the way it sounds.
That's what they love doing.
What are we?
Vinny P with the home run.
Is it daycare center?
Yeah. Well, of course it is.
Yeah, Vinny P is crazy because his odds were like plus 570 or something.
Oh, shit.
His odds were insane. I totally understand selling Devontae Smith high, getting what you can, have a good start to your fantasy season, and then just ridding yourself of that whole situation because you already know the other shoe is going to fall. You know, you're going to have your tush pushes.
And even if it doesn't, as long as you make out like a fat cat, it's fine. Honestly. It really
well, I mean,
is.
if you get anybody else in the same tier as a Devontae Smith, you'll be happy with it.
Yeah,
There's some good names there.
Again, if
like-
he's having big games those first 3 weeks, you probably want to get like a 2-for-1 deal. So, again, you just got to make out like a fat cat. That's all.
Yeah, that's what it
Don't
comes
get
down to.
fleeced.
Don't get fleeced out there. It's cold. It's a cold world out there, man. It's a cold world. Don't be getting fleeced out there.
Cold world.
Shit's tough. As a cold world for the cornerbacks who AJ Brown was burning in the joint practice today too. He ain't talking to nobody. He ain't here to be friends. He's out there to run his routes.
I always found it so interesting that they schedule practices between the two of them. Like, you're not worried about what could happen.
They like that shit.
Yeah, no.
Saints and Cowboys have had like 4 or 5 fights already.
Bro, the Cowboys were suplexing people.
But that rivalry,
the Saints.
Oh,
That's the kid's his Big Papa Pump.
that was Scott Steiner's.
That's Scott Steiner's
Scott
son.
Steiner.
Superplex.
He
Great.
knows.
Cowboys out there getting superplex at
If
practice.
this don't work out, I already know where I'm gonna go. If this don't work out, I already know where I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
And it's Cowboys and Saints. They have like I know it's not really like widely known like that, but Cowboys and Saints, it gets chippy, bro.
Yeah.
That's an out of division NFC rivalry that's been going on for a while.
Yep.
They've had some ugly matchups in the playoffs during the regular season. They do get it in. You have the Drew Brees years. There's a little bit of history between these two football teams.
Yeah, really there is.
Like you're not trying to, you're not trying to get out. Like it's practice. You're not trying to get you're not trying to get outdone. Like you can't wait for the season
My
to
man
start.
had
You're
a
not gonna let
German
these guys do
suplex,
this.
bro. I'm just watching the video now.
And he planned it too, because that was kind of like late in the
That's
skirmish.
crazy. German suplex is crazy. That was one of his father's primary moves.
Yes. He went into his dad's bag.
He went into his dad's bag and pulled out the German
suplex. That was awesome. Honestly, it really was.
Which is crazy because he's getting suspended too for the first 6 games.
Is he?
Yeah.
Nice.
He might not even make the team.
Nice.
No, I think I would keep him on the team after that.
After that, hell
They
yeah.
might cut him.
Now that
They might want to keep him, but they're not.
he
gonna
deserves
be
a
able to.
suite for those 6 games for that.
They might want to keep him, but they're not going to be able to.
All right, man. Let's get to it, guys. NFC
All right.
North. We're gonna start it off
Okay.
with a bit of a roar,
There we
might
go.
I say.
There it is. NFC North.
And I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
All right.
Let me ask you this before you go. I'm going to ask you one question. You believe in Kyler Murray being able to really do it this year?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
And you know what?
Go ahead.
It's not like a super confident but I got the Vikings in second place.
Ooh, that's very confident. Super spicy.
You haven't heard the record yet.
Vikings in second?
Vikings in second.
Who's in first?
Packers in third.
Okay.
Bears in fourth.
Oh, okay. All right.
Lions, of course,
I don't know
being
if
worst
this
to
is
first. It's got to be the easiest worst to first call, I think, of the whole year. That whole
worst
team,
of first, but the crazy part is they were 9-8.
They were 9-8 last year, so it's
As
like
bad as they were.
It's a good division last year.
it's a really good
It's a good
division.
division.
It still is a really good division. All have really great coaches. All have really good quarterbacks, with the exception of Kyler Murray. But I do think Kyler Murray figures it out. So I got the Lions in first place at 12-5. I think the Lions can win 12 games. Looking, going over the schedule, doing my little win-loss game.
Okay.
And I think they can win 12 games. The Vikings and Packers, however, come out with 8 games. 8-9 records for the Vikings and Packers. The Vikings will get that tiebreaker and get second place. But they're only going to go 8-9 for both the Vikings and Packers, and the Bears will go 7-9 in the NFC
Wow.
North.
7-10.
Or excuse me, 7-10.
That's what you plan on doing.
Bears in last place. You don't believe in.
So as you can see, those 2, 3, 4, they're within a game of each other. So the Vikings and Packers are at half a game from each other, and I got the Lions just leading the pack 4 games above everybody. But the division is still going to be competitive. It won't look like so much of that on the surface because of the overall records that I gave them, but I still think this division is going to be super competitive. Jared Goff and Gibbs have a lot to prove. Campbell, they got to stay healthy defensively, and that's going to, I think, catch them to those 12 wins as long as the defense stays healthy and everything like that. But they do need a backup plan for Gibbs too, because they can't run that kid into the ground before the playoffs come. Pop's already dealing with an injury, so he's starting to become an injury-prone type of player, and they probably should look into getting another running back. Man, these Bears look good this year. Serge, I don't want to hear it, dude. I don't want to hear it. I don't trust the quarterback. They went out and signed the kid, I forget his name, the safety or cornerback from Seattle, and he's suspended for the first 6 games. They have another defensive player that's already hurt to start the season hurt. I don't trust the defense. I don't like the quarterback. Pacheco, 15. No, he's already hurt. Pacheco's not scoring 15 touchdowns. It's not happening. Gibbs will score 15 plus for sure. But Pacheco, nah. Pop will be lucky to get 5.
Vikings in 2nd, Packers in 3rd. Chicago Bears just plummeting. You don't believe in Ben Johnson. You don't believe in.
I love Ben Johnson.
Williams is what it is.
Yeah, I don't believe in Caleb Williams.
You don't believe he can duplicate
I'm
the
a
success
big.
that he had.
I don't. Do I believe in some conspiracies? Yeah, sure. Some of them, tickle my fancy a bit. But the Madden curse,
oh boy,
has been something that always bite people in the ass, and I do not appreciate the cover. I don't think Caleb Williams. That guy and his nails.
I'm having, bro. I'm literally just sitting here thinking about the Giants and Bears game and just having I'm trying to think right now how much of this is tied to your absolute disdain. Like you just absolute disdain for this person and this organization.
I dislike them a lot. Okay, and I dislike him a lot.
You don't believe it. You don't believe Caleb Williams is going to be able to duplicate what happened last year, even though they have the weapons, they have the coach, they have the backing. Like
I told you guys last year,
Bears.
All that credit. Yeah, that's even worse. The Indiana Bears is horrible.
You picked Pacheco with 15 touchdowns.
No, that's Serge. That's Serge. I don't know what he's talking about. That's what he gets for taking Caleb Williams at the 7th pick in our first inaugural year of Elite 8. But yeah, I don't trust Caleb Williams, bro. And as much as I dislike and my disdain for him and the team, I love Ben Johnson. I think he's a great coach, but he's got a lot to deal with over there. Last year, I give it all up to him. I gave Caleb Williams no credit. I told you guys if he did it again, that I might, tip the cap. I'd give him a little head nod. Yeah, we did it. Shut me up for another year, I guess. But F that. I'm going into this year hot.
Are you going to be ready to tip the cap to him again this year if he does it?
I'll do
He's
it.
got all the weapons.
Do the Bears play the Giants again this year?
I hope not. Don't want to deal with that again.
I hope so.
Do not want to deal with that again.
Hope so.
No, I'm pretty sure we don't.
I'm
pretty sure we don't.
I mean, Kyle Monungai going to be out for a little bit.
Yeah.
And a young kid who we talk about had the breakout potential. You know what I mean?
I had high hopes for him, not for nothing. I did have high hopes for him.
Does he get lost in the shuffle now? Or
it could, especially if he's hurt, man. I mean, when he comes back to a team in shambles, what can we expect?
Or a team that has.
What if Caleb Williams get hurt? AKA
you don't got to worry about it.
Why not?
They're not playing the Giants this year, so you can rest easy.
He's gonna be more safe.
Tell you what, their schedule's crazy at some
I just don't want to be sitting next to Matt again.
They're a team that whether he's hurt or whether he's healthy, they're going to want to run the ball. The Bears are going to want to run the football, so that RB2 could potentially just inherit massive chunks of yards. And if he can break free the way Monungai did, then Monungai becomes an afterthought because
just don't have a guy who can do that, though. Not at the RB2.
Right now, it's Roshan Johnson.
Yeah, he's not common.
And it's Swift to the moon. And I know it sounds gross.
Yeah.
But I love DeAndre Swift this year in this team.
I don't love a guy who can't get out of the top 20. I don't love him.
I think
he's a good flex.
I think he puts up top 20 numbers.
It's going to be tough for him.
He's never been higher than he's always in the top 25, but he's never been higher.
It's going to be tough for a lot of these Bears skill players to do something because
he's top 20 every year.
The schedule gets there's some wins and then there's some losses. They got the Panthers, the Vikings.
I gave them
Eagles,
like 3-4 losses, and they lost.
Then they got the Packers, the Falcons, the Patriots, the Seahawks, the Bucks in a row. Then the Saints, the Lions, the Jags, the Dolphins, Bills, Packers, Lions, Vikings.
Yeah, I think I had them going on the losing streak after that Bucks game. Okay. Yeah, that's how I feel about the North. That's how I feel about the Bears.
So give us that rundown again.
Lions at 12-5, Vikings and Packers at 8-9, and the Bears at 7-10.
So before we go any further, I just want to see something. I mean, old boy had 1,087 yards off of 220 carries last year, Mike.
What?
Almost 5 yards cut.
Cool. He was RB24.
Just doesn't like me.
That's cool. I don't want my RB2 to be RB24. Sorry.
Some people are dealing with worse.
Some
Have
people
you
are.
looked around?
Yeah. I know. I kind of was in certain spots too.
Is RB24. You know, like, I mean, Dito, bro, you sound like a very rich man right now, sitting all high and mighty. But I get it.
It
It's
depends what the rest of the team looks like too, though.
DeAndre Swift will be a top 20 running back this
He's
year.
a top 20 running back every year.
I think he can do
But
it.
the problem is he just can't get out of that 20. Can't get past the 20. He's never been a top 19 running back, I can tell you that.
There's nobody behind him. Like now, it's like there's no Manungai to dispel.
We've seen it his whole career, though, dude. We've seen it his whole career. Who was behind him when he was in Detroit? I don't even remember. Who was it? Beats me.
There was. Oh, my goodness.
It probably was one, but still wasn't. He was supposed to be the guy then. Then he went to Philly. Couldn't be the guy. Who was behind him in Philly?
This might be a shot.
He's had plenty of
This is it
shots.
right here.
He's had
Philly
plenty of
just
shots.
that's messy. That offense.
Listen,
with
can
that
lightning strike in a bottle
situation-
this year for Swift? It's possible. If he comes
Take
in
it.
as healthy as possible and
Listen.
he feels like he's never felt before,
Hey,
like
listen,
these guys like to
In
say,
redraft leagues, I just need lightning to strike once. I'm not worried. I'll throw him right back into the pool when I'm done with him.
listen,
And
I'll take a
redraft
shot on him
after-
this year. You convinced me to do it. I'll take a shot somewhere with him. I just don't know where it's
It'll
going to
feel
be.
nice.
No,
Think
it won't.
about it.
No,
We're
I do
talking
think
about a
the
guy-
thinking about it is what hurts my brain.
We're talking about a guy that you could potentially draft after you already have your 2 wide receivers, after you already have your 2 running backs. It could potentially be a luxury.
See that, but that's
the
where I'm
flex
willing
position.
to. If I already have 2 running backs, I'll gladly take
Bro,
Swift.
I'm not
at
talking
RB3.
about taking him in round
Adrian
4.
Peterson
But that's
was
what
there
people
as
are
well.
doing, though. That's what I'm saying.
You let him reach. You let him reach because it's more for you.
It's doing. It's
AP
happening.
was AP in his final seasons was with the Lions his rookie year.
Adrian
and-
Peterson,
Yeah,
a cooked Adrian Peterson was
Yeah.
Swiss backup. Yeah,
Jamal Williams.
Jamal. Oh, Jamal was nice. Jamal was
That's
nice.
crazy. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I don't remember any.
Honestly, Jamal was his Tyler Algier. Jamal was taking
Yep.
all those inside the 10-yard touchdowns and stuff like that from Swift.
I think he's a lot better than what you give him credit for.
I think so too.
I mean,
I-
the proof is,
I'm-
1,087 yards isn't the greatest numbers in the world.
Yeah, but
the
he only
proof
had
is in the pudding.
220 touches. He only had 220 carries.
So what?
That's not bad for 220 carries.
Bro, 6,
Sorry,
7 turn. I'm fine taking DeAndre.
So am I.
Now, if he has
So,
4,
all right, okay.
Now,
I just
no,
wanted to
listen,
know.
no.
You know what I mean?
6,
Like
7
if
turns.
he's
He's
7
got
turn.
any
Anytime
100
after
more
the 6
carries?
now, it's perfectly fine.
he has
I'll
100
leave you
more
alone.
carries.
But he went in the 5th rounds
I
on
mean-
Sunday. So
People know what's up. They know what's up, bro. Like they're not gonna wait.
Listen, if he
No,
had
I'm
100
not
more
doing it.
carries and his number was still 1,059, I would completely agree with you. But I think if he had 100 more carries, I think he'd have it to like 1,300 yards.
It's moving the rock, bro.
I don't believe in him that
It's
much.
moving the rock.
I don't think Manungai's an every down running back.
He's not. He wasn't going to be an every down back this year, but he had the potential to come out, and when he gets his,
He was gonna be
saw it.
Tyler Algier.
What's the most touches he's ever had? Was it there on that score?
Yeah, I could look at it.
Yeah. What's the most touches and what did he do that year?
We're about to find out this year because they're going to work him. They are going to work
350
DeAndre
touches
Swift.
incoming for DeAndre Swift.
You know, run game, play action. Like they want to run the ball. The Bears want to run the ball, even with all those pass catching weapons that they have.
I don't.
I feel like tonight you're selling the Chicago Bears a little bit, the Indiana Bears a little bit short.
that's
I
disgusting.
really feel like
The
you
most
are.
carries he's ever had was 253. Was 2 years ago, and he only finished with 959 yards rushing. But that was a terrible Bears team. Because the year before that with Philly, That 1 year with Philly, he had 229,
Oh,
6 more
Lord.
carries, and about the same amount of yardage. His worst season was his first year with Chicago. He averages no less. His rookie year 4.6, his second year 4.1, his third year 5.5, the year of Philly 4.6, that's the first year of Chicago 3.8, and last year 4.9, damn near 5 yards carry.
Yeah. That sounds to me, the per carry stat sounds like the best stat. Out of all the stats that we give running backs, that's his best one. And he's still a top 25 guy. Sorry, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, that's the beauty of what we're doing tonight. We're getting it all out of our system. We're in the middle of draft season on top of breaking down the divisions. And we're really analyzing what these players actually mean to us.
He averaged 6.2 yards carry against the Giants.
Oh,
Here you go.
there it is.
13 attempts, 80
All
yards.
this stats
You just
we're throwing out
wanted
there.
to dig deep, huh?
I
All the
needed to
stats
say-
we could.
You really had to dig that deep, huh, my man? You really want to go there, my man?
That's crazy.
That was
Dude
nuts,
runs
man.
the ball, bro.
Where did
Like,
that come from?
I don't
I
like
just
the
wanted
way.
to see.
Look, I'll say this. I
I
don't.
wanted to see if there was other reasons for your disdain.
I don't like the
I
way.
also think it's because
that-
you're disdain because he was a Philly.
I think it's disdain.
I think it's disdain.
all over you. But I like the way the Bears feature him more than he like the years with the Eagles. I don't like that. I don't like that. It was not for him. I don't feel like that really.
I don't think Philly
panned out.
used him enough.
Honestly,
Like,
maybe that might have been the problem, but
They just
most,
didn't know
if
what
not
to do with a
most
slip.
running backs should be able to do what Barkley was able to do behind that offensive line. If you're
Vita
talented
Vea
enough.
did resign for big
Oh,
money
yeah.
for 1 year.
30 million. Of course,
Got
that
what he
guy
wanted.
wanted. Yeah, exactly.
You really-
Pulled a Miles Garrett. That
So
Tampa
I might have to
knows.
revise my Tampa Bay prediction.
Tampa
No, that
knows
is big
not-
for them.
time
That
is
is
There's not much
potentially
more
limited.
turmoil now.
right.
Time is potentially limited as far as Baker Mayfield and him being there, or maybe
Well,
this
he
is
already
one of
said
those
once
things where
training
it's like,
camp started, that was it.
Right.
yeah. So we haven't. You want to go? You wanna do-
I'm pretty much in alignment with him for that division.
Yeah. All this disdain.
Wow.
All this disdain talk.
You got
First
the
of
Bears
all,
guy- we
last
literally
two.
I
have
don't
the
like
same
the-
setup
I don't
over
like
here.
Wow.
Mind
I
you,
don't-
guys, we never talk about this shit.
What the fuck?
I don't like
Chicago's
the
winning the
DeAndre.
NFC North, and the Ravens are winning the AFC.
Magoo
North.
straight to the point with us.
Oh, they're coming in
Bears,
fourth place, Dad.
Ravens.
I don't know what the you're talking about.
I got the
Bears,
Lions
Ravens.
going 11-6.
Okay.
Okay.
I got the Vikings going 9-8.
All
The
right.
Packers going 9-8.
How the, again, we don't have discussions. Me and this guy work together all day.
I-
We don't know.
And the Packers going the
Look at
Bears
this
going
one. Smoking rock. RJ, the Packers suck, my man.
Commanders.
I got the
Rashad
Bears
White
7-10.
Rashad
Yes,
White
sir.
has tweaked the hamstring.
Oh, I was
He did it.
hard getting
Yo,
him,
Yo,
dog.
so I have in my dynasty league. Did you see the ice bucket challenge they did? I seen it on Twitter right before we got here. And apparently when they dumped him with ice, he jumped out of his chair and he got like slipped, and people were saying that's when he got hurt.
Because we're doing ice bucket challenge.
Yes. Good job, Washington.
But yeah,
just sit
thanks.
still.
I got the Bears going 7-10 too.
Tyrese
And a lot
Gibson
of it
just
has to
invited
do
me
with
to
the
his
Madden.
Facebook. I got enough problems.
That
bro.
Madden cover scares me.
So you're out on Caleb Williams too this year.
I
That's what
think
it
Caleb
is.
Williams is going to play really good at points in the season, but then Caleb's going to Caleb at the worst possible moments of
He's
games.
gonna get some nail polish on
the
that
thing
football.
is, he got eliminated in the divisional round.
They did want to play up. They
Right?
beat the Packers.
They beat the Packers.
They came from behind. Weren't they
So,
down like 20
Oh,
something?
RJ, you poor
We're
bastard.
talking about Caleb's gonna Caleb, but like he can win some playoff games. They're capable.
Ben Johnson can.
And that is my point as far as protected quarterbacks. Woo! That's all you don't need to be the greatest.
But
You just
listen,
need to be protected.
Their defense
that
was
the
good
system?
last year. The defense was good last year, and they're coming in hurt.
They
this
were
year.
opportunistic. The defense
Well,
had a lot of fumbles, a lot of
You're
interceptions.
right.
They allowed a lot
I
of yards,
listen.
but they'll get
I
the ball
will.
back.
I
to
like
start.
that word a lot better
They were
than what I just said.
opportunistic
So
They're
they're not
starting
getting 25
strong
turnovers
safety
this
left.
year.
because that was
Ron
crazy.
Brisker was a big part of that defense
Yes.
last year, and he's
Yes.
not there no more.
And the kid they signed from Seattle's already hurt and going to miss like 4 games or something
Yeah.
like that.
They
So-
paid good money for that kid too.
Yep. Yep.
When they could have just,
not just good money, but big money.
I don't know. Like, I want him to do good.
It's
I
not
do.
happening, guys.
Because I would like to draft Rome Odunze. I'd like to draft Luther Burden.
You know what? I would like to draft some of those names too. And people are really high on Loveland.
I also
and I
want
love
Loveland.
Loveland, the talent, the player, that guy is awesome. But the guy throwing him passes is not. He's just not.
I have Loveland in Bloodline, but luckily I also have my Sweet Prince,
Sam Porter.
who's looking
Beloved.
like
Sammy-
really
Sammy
like himself.
Laporte.
My Sweet Prince is looking like himself in training camp, and that's very
Who
appreciative.
today with the Tyler Warren news, Sam Laporta might be the
He could get a bit
great
of a
pivot
bump.
option.
But Laporta hasn't
As
been
far
the
as that
same
same
himself
And
MVP.
since his
Vikings, like
rookie year.
I think the Vikings and Packers are the same team with the same talent,
Okay.
and I think Kyler Murray is gonna play good this year because he's trying. This 1-year deal could turn into a $50 million a year contract next offseason.
I mean, I don't see him getting 50.
Maybe a
Tyrese Gibson is.
I just watched Daniel Jones throws balls on the table.
Tyler
to the
Warren
Colts.
suffered an abductor strain today, but is not expected to miss much time, if any,
Ooh, Dr. Strains are tricky though.
per Schultz report. So
That's
we're
abdomen.
getting some clarity on the Tyler Warren situation.
Sometimes those need surgery.
at 9:30 on a podcast night here.
I don't know, man. I was in the midst of possibly making a Tyler Warren deal today. Me and Barson have negotiated very well in the last
Scary out
24
here, bro.
hours. But
Yo, was 9 that bad in training camp that they hurried up and named
it's gotta
Kyler?
be. It's got to be.
I mean, have you
He
watched
couldn't
him
even-
play, bro?
Did you see us against him
Have you
on,
seen him?
on preseason against backup
No,
defensive
I was
linemen?
working. Remember, we
Oh.
were working. What were you doing?
I was working too.
Not me.
I was just listening. That's all.
We were reorganizing.
No, but
the
this
man
what I
cave.
seen though was videos on Twitter. Anyways, McCarthy couldn't even read the stunts that were being thrown at him from backup guys. So, yeah, I don't know. That kid is cooked, man. 9 is cooked. Couldn't hang with
Trade him to
Giants
the
backup.
Chargers. Go back. Trade him to the Chargers. Let Harbaugh get a hold of him.
Dude.
It's not like he's going to start, but at least
we've
Harbaugh
seen-
can make him a legitimate backup.
We've seen McConnell do some great things with some weird quarterbacks these last few years. And if 9 can't
I know a
figure
lot
it
of
out,
people give
Trade him to the Eagles.
Sam Darnold's growth and development to Kyle Shanahan, but I think you're also doing a disservice to O'Connell,
yeah.
who was calling the plays, also putting in position to do all what he did.
Who I think O'Connell did. I don't want to say a better job, but he was able to. He put his balls on the table and trusting Sam Darnold and throwing him out there, same way he did with 9. Only difference was 9 couldn't figure it out. Sammy
Only
did.
difference is 9 is 9.
Yeah,
That's
9 is 9, and Darnold is a Super Bowl champion now. So
That's going to forever be a meme.
yeah,
boy.
yeah, that is a great meme. A great.
Okay, so you guys are out on Chicago, Indiana.
The Packers
whatever
are
we wanna
just
call them.
inconsistent, and I'm shocked LaFleur is not going to be on the hot seat.
Me too.
I'm just shocked.
But they love LaFleur. They love Jordan Love.
Pending Josh Jacobs suspension, still potentially in their future.
Dude, what's the minimum for that guy? 12 counts of different types of domestic violence.
It's not going to matter. He's not getting those guys will not get suspended this year. They're going to get suspended next year.
Even if that is the case, what
But
are we
then
looking
he's
at?
Well, look at this. Think
You're
about
gonna
this.
suspend
Here,
him.
let's talk about 2 really good players at 2 of their good positions, all right, in 2 different organizations' actions. Terrion Arnold was arrested for domestic violence or violence plus kidnapping,
Right.
and the Detroit Lions got some facts and quickly made a move. Said we don't want this on our team, even if all the talent we cut them. Meanwhile, the Packers see all this and are just like, we're good.
Big time allegations, and the Packers don't give a shit.
I think that's wild.
Yeah, I agree.
How many more years are left on the
And now
contract?
I
Seattle,
think 2.
and now
years.
Seattle signed Arnold.
Right.
Yes, it is.
So I'm just saying, like, kudos to the Lions organization for saying we're not going to stand up for that.
Yep.
And hey, maybe it comes back out and it was all false.
Yeah.
And then it's egg on their face.
I mean, I don't know if it'd be so much egg. They thought they were doing what's right.
Yeah.
And they just don't want to associate with somebody who's been caught in the news with stuff like that, which is understandable. So I really wouldn't call it egg on the face. They were just trying to.
That I'm not picking, and I wouldn't touch
I'm
him
not
till the
touching
8th,
him.
I
9th
don't
round.
draft Josh Jacobs.
Yeah,
I don't deal with
I
that.
want nothing to do with it.
His ADP right now is like 4th, 5th round still. And I just
And that's where he went in Sunday's draft around. Then it was like 4.
I'm looking at wide receiver there. I'm looking at tight end. I'm looking at every other position. I'm not looking at a Josh Jacobs. I'd rather just not even deal with any of that. Whether he
Steelers'
gets
first team
suspended
defense
this year,
kept the
next
Packers
year,
out of the
don't
end
care.
zone. Yep.
You know.
On this last Thursday night.
All right, so I guess it's just me as far as the NFC North goes, and I'm going to tell you right now, I don't believe that Kyler Murray is good. Oh,
Gotcha.
Nice. Fucking missed me.
Oscar Chan.
Oscar Chan. Nice.
Crazy.
You guys caught that
Yeah,
live, huh?
I was watching him on the keyboard. I was like, yo, am I going to fucking just smash the board right
Smash
now?
the keys, just go
Good
flying up.
fucking reflexes right there. So I
been
don't
asking for it.
I don't think Kyler Murray is going to equal wins for the Minnesota Vikings. The problem is that JJ McCarthy is not going to beat Kyler Murray out for the job. So Kyler Murray is going to be the starter. You know, you're going to get
Barring
what you
injury.
get. Yeah, barring injury, you're going to get what you get this season. And I don't think it's enough to be anywhere near even second place in the NFC. I'm very surprised because we don't talk about any of this. So it's like,
Right.
I'm shocked that you both have the Minnesota Vikings potentially at number 2 in
The
this
Packers'
division.
defense, without Micah Parsons, was trash last year.
And he's not going to.
And
be there
he's
for
not
the
coming
first
back
4
till
games.
October, maybe November. I don't like that.
Yeah, if he misses 8 games, that's even worse. I'm saying 4 games that he misses. But if he
Christian
misses 8,
Watson
that's
got
crazy.
paid, and it's time to see if he can really do it.
Mm.
Jordan Love is also a very, very talented quarterback,
Who's
but he's just like
overpaid.
Kyler Murray, inconsistent.
Best,
At least I know if Kyler Murray gets in a roll in September, he's going to be good September, October, and then by Thanksgiving, that's when it all hits the fan.
True.
best pass catcher is Tucker
Where
Kraft.
Love
I
Love
like
could
Tucker
be
Kraft,
amazing.
I don't know if you read,
and-
but Kraft is on a snap count to start the year.
Yes, he is.
which it makes sense. And then after that, maybe whatever opportunity Jaden Reed can find for himself as long as he stays healthy.
Yeah,
Outside of that,
Fucker,
nah,
Reed.
like I'm just,
Savion Williams was
Yeah, you
getting
gotta
a
play that
lot
game.
of
You gotta
targets.
play that
I'm not
game.
playing no games.
You just
this year.
gotta-
Savion Williams was getting a
You know,
lot of targets.
if
in
you
the
draft
Steelers game.
those wide receivers, because you already know Jordan Love's game. He's gonna.
I'd rather
one of those guys.
I'll take my
and that's his
chances
guy
with a
for that
Jaguars
game.
wide receiver before I take my chances with a Packers wide receiver.
I would too.
I would also say you just paid this
I
guy a
would
lot
too.
of money. You got to make him the focal point of your offense,
I
don't
mean,
you?
it'd be nice. It would be nice.
I like BTJ more than I like any of the Packers wide receivers.
Agreed.
I
Give
take
me
my chance on
BTJ
him.
over Christian Watson every
Throw him in
Sunday.
the flex. Just
Every
throw him in the
Sunday.
flex.
DFS.
Throw him in the
DFS too.
flex. Close my eyes and just not even because I don't want to play that game. I don't want to play the guess who
Yeah,
game. I'm
yeah.
flipping the cards,
I get you.
and this is going to be the guy on Sunday. But I didn't know that at
He
12:30.
I picked him
I'm
up
knowing
off
that
the waivers.
at 2 o'clock.
Right.
I picked him up on waivers and True Legends, and he helped me win my title. I won't take that away from him. Do I think he should have been getting paid the contract extension he got? I thought that was ludicrous. At least stay healthy for a full season. Give us a full season of that consistency.
And
Because he's
1,000
never been
yards, too.
consistent. Yeah. He's never been a 1,000-yard receiver. He's getting paid, what, $28 million a year or something like that?
Ridiculous.
But,
Ridiculous.
hey, he did help me win my title. His,
Ridiculous.
in the playoffs, he was pretty damn good for fantasy playoffs.
Yeah. Honestly, between his contract and Micah not being there, that's probably, now that I think about it, that's probably why I put him in 3rd place.
I just think Jordan Love's inconsistent. He can give you 2 good starts, then he can give you 2 terrible starts. You're like, what the hell happened
So-
to this guy?
I've got the Vikings in last place. I've got the Vikings at 5-12. I think they're going to lose football games. A fair chance of Brett Favre giving away BT cards at home games and win the division. I've got the Vikings at 5-12 because I don't
Vikings
think Kyler.
5-12.
Yeah, I think they're just going to lose football games. They're going to lose games.
It will put them in contention to find a new franchise quarterback,
which is
year.
what they need to do.
I mean, you're right.
We're talking about the 2027 sweepstakes. Minnesota last year managed to find a way to not be in last place last year. They took their big shot on a JJ McCarthy. They are smart enough to realize he's not the answer.
Hopes, bro.
They literally have a quarterback whisperer. They have a quarterback whisperer who his only miss has been JJ McCarthy. This guy does not miss on QBs. He makes everybody good. He got to. I can't believe the Vikings won 9 games last year. Carson Wentz and JJ McCarthy.
Bro, there's some talks, people that say maybe Wentz should be the starter this year and not the other two.
I'd give the nod to.
I don't blame Kyler Murray on the head coach either, though. I think that speaks more on what the Kyler Murray issue is going to be compared to. Our head coach is not going to be.
However, I think he's going to put Kyler in good positions. I think he's
so too.
And Kyler knows what's at stake right now. His football career is at stake.
So it's Tua's. It's the same story.
Both of them, if they can't succeed this year, you're forever backups.
And they could both be cases of I can't get out of my own way. The
Kyler
Murray and Tua Tagovailoa are the same story. Brissett, though, he might be able to hold on to his job longer. As long as he keeps chucking it.
I don't know.
Not if the Cardinals
my boy Carson Beck looked pretty good.
He's hurt, though.
I know, but he still looks pretty good.
He got a
He's a tough kid. He's a tough kid. Who, Beck?
He's on the taxi squad.
I mean, but you could still potentially get 2 more years out of Jacoby Brissett, and then when Beck is ready to,
or maybe Beck ain't the answer, and they're tanking for Arch.
That would be crazy.
I mean, Arizona, come on, bro, they'll do it.
Miami's taking for Arch too. They don't. Except when I saw Arizona, some of those wide receivers,
Miami looks good in training camp.
I'm not buying.
And they cost me nothing on the draft board besides Devon, who I will happily draft in the second round.
I don't see Miami winning more than 3 or 4 games this year, dude. And I know this is a conversation for next week.
They might not, but when you talk about that and you talk about the fantasy perspective, though, as far as players you can get for absolutely free,
I don't see it neither.
I got a feeling. Did you think who was in first place for you?
Not yet. I'm building my way there. So, last place, Minnesota Vikings.
Because I got a feeling who it is. I think we both got a feeling.
Minnesota Vikings, 5-12. I don't believe it's going to happen. Third place, Green Bay Packers. Everything you guys said, on top of how I feel about them, I absolutely agree full-heartedly. Too inconsistent. I'm not impressed. I don't think they're going to be able to win this division.
What is about to happen right now, Eli?
I've got the Green Bay Packers at 9-8.
When they tied the Cowboys last year, I was like, yo, this team is not that good.
9-8.
Because at that point, bro, the Cowboys offense, you have Micah Parsons.
RJ, are we all smoking crack or what's going on?
I'll give them 9-8. Respectable, but in the NFC, 9-8 is not going to make the playoffs. You need 10 wins to make the playoffs in the NFC because it's going to be stacked. It's going to be tough out there. 9-8, they're not going to be able to do
the NFC. After next week's breakdown, you're going to see. I mean, there's like a method to my madness too, and what I'm envisioning for this year. There's a reason why there's a reason why 3 teams from this NFC division is not going to the playoffs.
I don't feel like the Green Bay Packers can just coast and make the playoffs playing the way they play. They're not going to change who they are. This is who they are.
Right. And
they're going to miss field goals at the end of games. They're going to blow leads. They are so 9-8ish to me because I really like Dontavian Wicks is out of the picture now. Josh Jacobs is dealing with what he's dealing with. Defense, don't know much about them. You just lost to the Chicago Bears in the playoffs, which never happens. Like you're a lure and you're like the one thing that you can do.
Beat them 3 times.
The one thing that the Green Bay Packers could always do,
or something like that.
I don't remember.
No, I don't know if it was that bad. The one thing the Packers could always do is beat the Bears. They can't do that anymore.
Right.
You lost that. There's nothing scary about your team. 9-8 and a shot at week 16, week 17 of being still in the hunt. I don't even think they make the playoffs because you're going to need 10 wins.
That's why I gave the Vikings the edge because they played Minnesota the last game of the year.
They were losing 21-3 at halftime.
Oh, wow. And the Vikings will beat them that last game of the season to put them at second place. I'm telling you, bro.
They might. I think the Vikings are going to suck, but I think they could beat the Packers. last game of the year and cost them everything. That whole literally just cost them everything.
That's
I'm not impressed by Green Bay. They're the same team as last year, except this year they're going to win less games. I don't really know what, you know what I mean? Like it's a flip of a coin. You're just not gonna. It's not gonna fall in your favor.
Yeah.
And there's 2 teams in your division that I like better than you.
Yeah, I agree.
Like at number 2, I've got the Chicago Indiana Bears.
Oh,
I think
there it is.
I think the Bears are just fine. I love Ben Johnson as a head coach. I think Caleb Williams, do I think he's great? No, but he has a lot of good things happening around him. I'm big on DeAndre Swift. I'm big on Loveland. I'm big on Burden. An opportunistic defense, a good head coach.
They won't be that opportunistic this year.
I've got them at 10-7 this year.
Okay.
I think Chicago 10-7 wins you a playoff spot in the NFC. I think that they don't win the division, but they win enough games to where, and hey, I'm gonna say right here, maybe he gets past the Madden curse and all that other crap, and he's actually able, because some of the plays he makes
are crazy.
You called him Houdini that day. You said that's just the
It
best
was-
way.
yo,
I
it
said
went
we
from
were making him look like Houdini.
Yeah,
Okay,
but there's teams that make
the
him
one
look
I-
like that, bro.
the one I
You're not the
remember-
only one.
very
The
frustrating.
You're
one
not
I
the
remember
only
was,
one.
who the hell is this guy? Ben Roethlisberger?
Just screaming.
Yo,
at
he
the
was like,
TV.
He was just shedding sacks.
Yo, he was like, who is
He
he,
was
Big Ben?
Slightly two-stepping his way out of pressures.
I believe
Like, it was
in all of that.
ridiculous.
I think there's going to be more of that. That's just what the Bears. That's the chaos that they bring to the table.
Fuck that.
That's the chaos that they bring to the table, and I think it's a more of a for sure thing than me trying to put my chips in
I
on
was so
Kyler
angry
Murray
that day.
or putting my chips in on the Green Bay Packers being consistent this year. I am going to put my chips in on the Chicago Bears going out there and figuring out how to win 10 games. They're going to lose games for sure. 10-7, I feel like is the perfect place for the Chicago Indiana Bears. He just has too many things where you've got DeAndre Swift. You've got potentially the tight end 1 in Colson Loveland in fantasy. I'm going to say it right now. Potentially, when everything is said and done, this guy could have more fantasy points than Brock Bowers and Trey McBride as the 1. Luther Burden, Roma Dunze, who, if he could figure out the whole foot thing, dude, when he's on the field, he does damage. Like, they have all the pieces there. They have that. I'm going to give them the Houdini factor until they lose it. Like, I'm going to give them the Houdini factor, and that's enough to win you 2 or 3 games in this league, bro. On Sundays at 4:30, you're looking at some of the early scores and saying to yourself, how the hell it happens, bro? Like this, I think they're going to be a good football team.
You know who? What else just happened? The Yankees just beat the freaking Baltimore Orioles.
Let's go. Let's go. Needed that. Got Belly coming back. Got Stan coming back soon. We needed that. At number 1.
Is that real?
What?
Von Miller has offered fullback Hunter Lepke a lifetime supply of chicken from his farm in exchange for the number 40 jersey.
What?
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if
I'll
it's
never
real,
go hungry.
Right.
What?
That's a weird offer, but
I'm a fat bitch. I take it.
no, I mean, who wouldn't take a lifetime supply of chicken? You know?
It's not the update on the Rashad White. It's saying that it's not a long-term or serious hammy.
Okay.
Hammies are hammies, dog.
I know.
They tend to linger.
We have the extra week because usually football starts that first week of September. Football don't start till the second week of September. That's an extra week of potential.
Yeah,
nonsense.
because we draft the first week of September. Yeah.
Yep. So at number 1, I have Detroit Lions at 12-5. I got the
Yes.
Lions winning
I'm
12
impressed.
games. I've got the Lions potentially getting the 1 seed. You know, all the glitz and glamour of regular season football. You know, wearing a tiara on your birthday. Go ahead, put it on your
chicken
head.
is contaminated.
Detroit winning this division, regardless of their head coach in situations just doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
I believe in Sun God. I believe in Jamison Williams. I believe in Jahmyr Gibbs. I believe in Jared Goff playing in a lot more dome games than having to play in outdoor games. I believe in them having the home field advantage in them taking advantage of that completely. I believe in the fact that they are going to take advantage of having one of the easiest schedules in football. How does that even happen?
They came in
Because they
fourth
finished
place.
in fourth place
Yeah,
with
they
a
came in
9-8 record.
Same team, same roster, getting a fourth place schedule. A team that was
Crazy.
picked to win that division last
Yeah.
year.
Hopefully,
And I think that
the
that
injury
is
bug is gone from this team so that we can see them
I
at their
know.
full potential. That way, there's no excuses.
the same reason why I picked San Francisco to win like 11 games last year is part of why I'm picking Detroit to win 12 games this year. Is just the amount of
You're right
fluff.
about that. We were both right about San Fran.
Yeah, we
winning
were on it.
games.
We're spot on with that one. And I feel like they're going to benefit from that. They're a good regular season football team. Them and the Rams are those teams where it's like you guys are fighting for, like, that could potentially be the NFC Championship going into 2026.
Yeah,
But I've got them at 12 and
It
5.
won't be, but it could be.
I could still see a
Who's that,
situation
the
where
Giants?
like I could see them splitting with the Bears, but I could also see them putting themselves in a position where it's like the Bears aren't going to be able to catch them. That's why I gave them that game advantage. And it, like the same challenge that I gave them last year, I put it out there this year: win the NFC. I still haven't done my playoff predictions yet. I still haven't done my matchups. I haven't looked at how the seeding falls based on how I've been doing this. I know we're already in phase 3, but I don't know my playoff predictions yet. I do know that I feel as though, as of right now, the Detroit Lions should win this division, and they should win it by at least 2 games.
Agreed.
You know?
We are all
Yeah,
in
I've been
agreement
just
this
putting
year.
my teams as we've been doing. I've been putting the teams' records down.
We all
haven't
have the
done
Packers
that
in 3rd place. That's the one thing that we have in common right now. None of us are believers in the Green Bay Packers.
I don't mind switching, Chicago and Minnesota as far as 4 and 2.
That's possible.
It's definitely possible, especially if, like you said, I could. There's a world where I can envision Minnesota not winning more than 5
If he
games.
can break the Madden, if all people, if it's Caleb Williams that breaks the Madden cover curse,
If there was any flip, if there was any flip that I would do
This
in this
guy.
division, it would be the Bears and the Packers. Like, okay, the Packers could win
as far
10
as how
games.
you have it set,
Yeah,
that's
like
fine.
the Bears could win 9 and the Packers could win 10. Like that could happen.
Yeah.
I just don't believe in them this year, but that doesn't mean anything. Like,
Right.
this is,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Right,
Like this
right.
is just, I have more faith in what the Bears have going on right now than I do the Packers, and I believe that Detroit is just a class ahead of everybody in their division this year, and they prove that, and they get the benefit of everything that played out last year, getting the 4th place schedule and being able to just beat up on a lot of the teams that they're going to be facing this year.
Right.
draft board will be here tomorrow, folks.
Nice.
I'm very surprised at the whole Vikings thing, though. It's intriguing. It's got me looking at it like, damn, am I like, I mean, there's something that I can't see?
But maybe I'm just too high on him. But I like the fact that Kyler is just somebody who's just more competent than McCarthy. And, seeing what Kyler can do with a guy like Justin Jefferson, like, yeah, he had Trey McBride for the better part of his career, but that's a tight end. He's never had a Justin Jefferson. So I'm a little excited.
The closest is DeAndre Hopkins.
Yep.
Right, and that was
who he did.
I don't want to call him washed,
He
but
did use.
he was an older DeAndre Hopkins.
There was a connection, though. There was a stack there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, he made
This is
use of it.
And Justin Jefferson, is he the most underrated 1st-round pick you can make in fantasy football this year?
I think
I have an 8th pick coming up on
I
Sunday.
think so.
He could be staring daggers at me.
Yep.
And am I going to skip over him because I don't like his situation, because I don't like his quarterback?
Judging that
like,
you just gave him 5 games, I mean, maybe. But, we're also talking about garbage time now. If they are in situations where they just need to pass the ball to try and get down the field and try and make points, like, we see it every year with teams like that who are only going to win.
His first year in
3 to 5
Arizona
games.
was crazy.
Kyler Murray's first year?
No, DeAndre Hopkins. 1,400 yards, 6 touchdowns. That's crazy. Only 6 touchdowns.
Now we're talking about a guy,
1,400
Justin
yards.
Jefferson, who can easily put up those kind of numbers with a competent quarterback, dude. And we don't need Kyler Murray to be otherworldly or anything like that, or even all pro. Like we just, when we say we need, when I say the words like we need, like I'm talking about from a fantasy perspective, like Kyler Murray just got to be a decent version of himself. That's it. Get the ball to JJ and let him work. And we're probably going to get some good numbers out of
Jetta
this.
fall to the back end of does Jay Jetta fall to the front end of the second round on the turn if you're doing a snake draft?
In a 10-man, I
Does
could
he
see
go
that.
202?
Yeah, I could see that in a 10-man.
Is that the best value pick that you can make in the
yes,
draft?
100%.
At that point,
100%. Because if Jefferson's there in the second round of a draft, I'm taking him over your Chase Browns of the world. I'm taking him over.
That's high praise coming from you.
Yeah,
Like,
and I love Chase Brown.
Because imagine going wide receiver, and Jay Jetta's your wide receiver too. Imagine you went wide receiver round one. Imagine you went CeeDee Lamb and Jay Jetta's sitting there.
I mean,
nasty,
you can't not do that. Which is why I did Neighbors I got Neighbors in the third round of my draft on Sunday, guys. I went Amarion Hampton in the second round, and Neighbors came all the way back to me. So now I'm looking at a team with St. Brown and Malik Neighbors as my top two wide receivers. Like, I don't know if you get much better than that at the wide receiver position in most drafts, and that's a 12-man league. So
Jay Jetta's could be the best
Jetta's
pick on the board because of his situation.
Yeah, Jetta's with any of those top wide receivers that can go like 6 and on. So imagine Jetta's with St. Brown. Jetta's with
St. Brown should go before. So it's St. Brown, Puka, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase,
getting Jetta's with any top wide receiver.
JSN. Like, those are all guys that I expect to be taken before Jetta's, which means he is going to be right there at the back end of the first in redraft leagues.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Very true.
Excuse me. It's going to be interesting. Damn. But we gotta keep it pushing, man. We're gonna start doing the AFC side of things as soon as Elon comes back, and I'm excited, man, because this is what I surprised myself with. You know, this AFC North team is gonna be fun to watch this year.
Who, the Cleveland Browns?
They might be interesting.
They have the easiest schedule, and they're still gonna finish in last.
Jeez, I mean, I got them in last. That really shouldn't be a spoiler at this point.
And you know why? It's going to be the quarterback position.
Yeah. That's a team that's truly
Watson,
a quarterback away.
Shador, Dilly Gabriel. It's not it.
And it's not it. I agree.
They're going to win
the
5,
fact
6
that Watson
games.
can't, like, we're still seeing them have conversations on Twitter and on Facebook and, you know, in the social media world about what things Deshaun isn't doing and how he can't do certain things. And it's like, dude, you've been away from the game for too long at this point. You've had 2 surgeries on your Achilles. I don't know what you're doing out there to get yourself right, but it's obviously not enough.
I want to know.
Oh, great.
How did he fall off so bad? Is that the football gods?
It could be. You know, a combination of.
He was a really exciting, electric quarterback.
Dude, but he was getting rubbed on and nobody gave a shit neither. You know what I mean? Now we had a couple of people speak up. He can't get the same type of rub downs anymore. He got to go all the way from Houston to Cleveland. It's gloomy up there. It's always raining. They don't even have really good food.
And here's the crazier part.
Oh.
Like, is it also not only just those things, but him basically pretty much agreeing to go to Atlanta, and then at the last second, Cleveland offers him everything guaranteed. He just says, "Nah, I'm good. I'm going to Cleveland."
I mean, dude, as a football player, you don't turn down a fully guaranteed contract.
I get it, but Atlanta offered him a lot of money guaranteed too.
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
He did Atlanta a favor though.
Yeah, big time.
However, I think he would probably be playing better with Atlanta.
Probably.
Like, I'm thinking about it right now. It's like,
I
would they be better off with him right now?
I think
if
they would be better with him.
Looking back
Because
on it,
I think they did him a favor. I mean, Atlanta's woes are completely on them. So
it's going to be the word.
You know, I don't know.
Hey,
it's
like
crazy because when he came to the division, I was like, wow, like this is a good move for Cleveland because Cleveland was a quarterback.
It should have been.
When this happened, Cleveland was a quarterback away with that defense and the weapons they had, where I'm like, oh shit, like
crazy.
they're about to get out of the basement.
Right.
They still are. It's crazy.
You know,
Yes.
There was the potential.
Yes.
There was.
Yes. It's nuts.
Imagine having the same problem for a decade, bro.
You're drafting so well everywhere else but
Since
the quarterback.
Baker Mayfield.
That was the one.
Since Baker Mayfield. That was their Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to talk about it.
They probably should have gotten rid of Stefanski a lot earlier than they did.
Oh,
And I love Stefanski, but in that situation with him and Baker, I think you should have sided with the QB at that moment, got the new head coach, and just seen what happened,
buddy.
Because Baker, I mean, he had a little screws loose back in his
1 year
days, but
he had a year after that, where after he left that 22 season where he bounced around
with Carolina and the
Carolina
Rams.
and the Rams, but then by the end of it, 2023, 2024, 2025, he's done nothing but win.
Mm-hmm.
He
Even
missed the playoffs last year, but 2 years prior to that, they made the playoffs both years in a row.
Yep. They're a promising team, man. They got good talent. They're a little, I don't want to say soft.
He puts it out all on the line.
Yes.
Plays hurt.
Yep.
Even to the detriment to the team. Like, you got to sometimes say, no, you can't.
Right.
No,
he puts it all out there for the team and for that, for that city
so,
and all that.
Yeah, maybe that's also another reason why Cleveland's struck, like karma.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of did
brought
wrong.
This baggage in when you had a quarterback here.
They sided with the head coach and not the quarterback.
Yeah.
And now they're dealing with it.
Even though that quarterback, that 2021 season played hurt, separated shoulder, sprained knee, broken ribs, and kept playing. Well, then maybe if he wasn't healthy, you should have took the player and sat him down.
Yeah. But they didn't care about him. Stefanski didn't give a shit about him.
But they still haven't found the franchise guy since they came back to this league in 1999.
Yeah, I don't know if Cleveland will ever figure it out, dog.
And now you got another year. You got an easy schedule. I know this defense is good, but at the same time, you traded away Myles Garrett, who's a big reason why your DBs were so good, because Garrett was in the face.
I'm not going to sit here and say he wasn't a big reason for their success, but Ward is nasty.
Okay, out of 100%, I'm going to put 75% of their success was on Myles Garrett.
True, but they're the rookie
so
that they had last
year
year was also
Verse,
rookie of the year.
Is Jared Verse going to be able to do what Myles Garrett did?
I think eventually,
he can, especially being lined up with that. I can't remember that kid's name, but he was defensive rookie of the year last year. And a big part of him getting that accolade was because he was sitting next to a Myles Garrett. But now he gets to sit next to a Jared Verse. And is Jared Verse Myles Garrett? No. But he can put up numbers. He can get the numbers.
I think the defense is
going to only get better.
The defense is going to be good, but I do not think the defense is going to be lights out like they were last year.
Well, they're going to be put in a lot of shitty situations because of their quarterback issues. I think their defense is just fine. I think that their defense is going to get better. But again, when the offense is turning the ball over at the 20-yard line on the other side, and you've got to defend in the red zone, that puts you in a tough situation.
To go on their offense, you drafted two key wide receivers in Concepcion and Boston, who both look like the real deals.
Yeah.
You have Harold Fannin there. You have Quinshon Junkins there. However, your offensive line
is a little shaky.
It's a little shaky now because the older guys that were there aren't there no more, and you moved on from some, so you started rebuilding it. But you're putting like a line that's not as good as it previously was, with a quarterback and Deshaun who he just doesn't get it anymore from what we've seen, even in these training camp clips.
Shedeur Sanders don't get it.
Shedeur Sanders, when the Browns are showing highlights, look at that dime from Shedeur. The ball's going like this in the air.
Yeah.
Who's in charge of these social media?
Well, they can only do so much, and they have to do something. They got to do some sort of promotion.
My take on Harold Fanning potentially being top 5 is out the window, because I've seen enough to know that if you have him right now, your best bet is to try to sell him as high as you can and just rid yourself of what's coming, because you don't know what's coming.
So you don't like Fanning? I actually kind of like him. Not for nothing.
I don't like where I have to draft Fanning.
Yeah,
I that's if I'm going for my first tight end and I haven't gone for tight end yet, I'd rather wait than draft him. It's gonna sound disgusting, but it's like there's a Gunnar Helm out there. There's a Chickakongwo out there. Like
there's
I can wait.
Pat Fryermuth.
There's a Pat Fryer. Yeah, disgusting. There's a Pat Fryermuth out there that I would much rather wait for. Hell, Kyle Stowers from the Eagles. Like Dallas Goedert. it could end up being the same shit. Whether I wait 7 rounds for the same amount of value, that's crazy, bro. That speaks on what the issues are for the Browns. It's not on the defense, it's the quarterback play.
No, it is. I get it. I mean, I get not liking where you have to draft in it, but I do kind of still like it.
He can play to that, but it's like my view on him has changed based on the knowledge that I have.
He'll have multiple weeks this year where he puts up 2 touchdowns and 60, 80 yards plus, maybe even more.
Let's hope so, because the quarterback play has not looked good.
Well, there's that, and the fact that their wide receivers can't stay healthy on top of that.
Yeah.
Their wide receivers are getting
KC
banged up.
got
So
a hammy, don't he? Or
there's that. Denzel Boston was dealing with something. You know what I mean? So there's
everybody's dealing with something, bro. It's so ridiculous.
If he could potentially just be the healthiest guy and benefit from that, and it could be a situation similar to Tyler Warren, where it's like you don't really have to worry about the wide receiver taking targets from you in your offense, the way it's set up. You're gonna get yours no matter what they got going on. Again, I don't know who if I don't know who your starting quarterback is gonna be week 1,
it's gonna be Watson.
I think it probably should be, but we'll see, man.
So I've got them at 6 and 11.
Holy shit, that's that's a lot of games.
I gave him 5 and 12.
Easiest schedule.
I gave him 4.
Easiest schedule.
Oh, sorry, I gave him 3.
3, 5, 6.
I think they're going to benefit off a couple games. They're going to show, we're a good defense.
No.
They're going to show you.
After
It was
the
like
conversation we all just had. There's nothing about. I don't see anything how they benefit from anything.
Are they in the Archie Manning sweepstakes?
They have to be.
You have to be.
They have to be.
If the Jets are in it, you have to.
Yes,
because you guys are
the
are
Cardinals,
looking
the
for
Jets,
the
and the
same
Browns
things.
are in the Archie Manning
Miami.
sweepstakes.
You're looking
And
for the
Miami.
same things, bro.
So you're gonna have 5 teams possibly after
More.
October when they're
More.
like
Atlanta.
when there's teams that are like 1 and
I don't think it'll
4.
be that bad.
When teams get to that 1 and 4 point,
Atlanta, bro. What makes you?
I don't think they're gonna.
We watch these guys every year.
Games. I think they can win more than 6 games.
Atlanta.
They'll win more games than the Browns.
What's the over under you're giving on the Atlanta Falcons?
I think I was here for that. I think we did that.
I got my shit tonight. I'm ready, dog.
I got them.
So
I got the Falcons at 6 and 11 too.
I gave them 11 games. Actually.
I gave them 9.
I gave them 11 games. Now this was before the ACL tear. Before
their defense.
Tua.
Their defense also their top 2 rookie guys they drafted in 2020.
Mid-season, you get a reprieve. We do it for every.
That's cool. I'm honestly gonna need one for
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
You want to switch that up?
I gave the Bucks 9.
We can act like it never happened.
I mean, no, it happened.
I'm probably gonna
it's
do
all
that
good.
for Tampa. My reprieve was gonna be Tampa.
Whoa,
mine's definitely gotta be for Atlanta because I gave them way too many games. But
11
but
is
they're gonna win
crazy.
way more. Yo, when I looked at the schedule, and again, this is before all the defensive news, I was like, they can win 11 games. I don't see how they can't. They have a talented offense. The defense is supposed to be good.
If you think the Falcons can win 11 games, I'm allowed to think the Cleveland Browns can win 6. That's how crazy that is.
No, it's not that crazy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
11.
I'm taking Tua or Michael Penix over Deshaun Watson and Jordan Andrews every Sunday. Every Sunday. Sorry, dude.
I might as well just tell you who I think is going to be in 3rd place.
Let me tell you something. The Browns could win 6 to 8 games if they had Tua or Michael Penix throwing the football. If.
God, that's so disgusting.
Yeah. Dude, you're giving Deshaun Watson 6 games. That's disgusting.
I'm giving the Browns 6 games. I'm not giving Deshaun Watson 6 games.
Listen, if the Eagles fans can claim it, I'll claim the same shit about Deshaun Watson.
I think they're going to find a way. They're going to beat the Bengals once. And they might catch one of the other. They might catch one of the. They could go 2 and 4 in their division this year.
Fuck that.
And then you gonna take the Jets over there? Browns and Jets. If they were playing, who are you gonna take?
I'm taking the Jets.
My God!
I'm taking the Jets.
So
the Browns are that bad,
so
bro.
Gross.
I'm taking the Jets to win that game.
Geno Smith.
Yes.
Oh,
give me Geno Smith over Shador Sanders and Deshaun Watson.
What did you have? How many wins do you have them for?
5 and 12.
Okay, we're off by 1. You are giving them nothing.
Nothing
at all.
No, they don't deserve it.
I'm the high man on the
You
Browns.
give 3
I guess.
wins. They don't deserve anything more.
I'm the high man on the Browns. You want to know who I got in third?
Who do you got?
The Baltimore Ravens.
Oh,
8-9.
So do I.
7-10.
Wow.
9-8.
So the Packers and the Ravens. That's what we got. It's so weird, bro.
I don't know what's happening.
It's so
today.
weird.
I don't know what's happening today.
I don't think the Ravens are going to be that good this year.
What? Okay. What's
I
your
got
records again?
9-8.
9-8, 7-10,
10.
8-9. Literally one game
Yeah.
dividing all of us.
That defense
But
is
in third
getting
place.
older. Nate Wiggins is already getting hurt. They said he should be fine. He's
Those
back at
cornerbacks,
practice.
I think, go out of their way to get hurt at this point. Over there in Baltimore.
I don't see who the pass rusher is. Who's the sack guy?
Dude, freaking Hendricks.
I don't think at 31 he's
Is
going to hold
Is that
up.
his name Hendricks or
Yeah,
Hendrickson?
Trey Hendrickson.
You can still go.
I've seen
clips.
videos.
He does not look fast.
But they drafted-
The smartest
they
thing
drafted
the
on
Bengals did was
defense.
let him leave. The only thing, my problem with the Bengals, the way they let him leave, they should have just traded him to try to get draft picks.
Yeah.
You knew you were going to keep him, so why didn't you? Even if you get a third-round pick, a third-round pick's a third-round pick.
Yes. Agreed.
You can pass.
So I'm
you can
just-
pass on the Ravens. All
What they're
day.
doing is they're going to wait for that third-round comp pick. But you could have gotten that instead of waiting for that third-round comp pick in 2027. You could have gotten that third-round pick in this past draft.
You can pass on the Baltimore Ravens all day.
Now, offensively, everything goes through Henry, and it's got to be Henry.
Well, as
but
long
the
as
problem
Lamar's
is,
healthy too, they can.
yeah. And Lane's got to. You're asking a rookie to step up, like step up.
As much as I hate Zay Flowers, he actually puts up numbers every year.
They
He's
need
over 1,000 yards last year. He had put
but
up
a lot of it
1,200
comes
yards.
in spurts. It's like
no, it is. It's very.
it's like 2 or 3 games where he has
up and down.
150, 140, 130, and then we all know as fantasy football players, there's a week stretch of 4 weeks in a row where he gets 40 yards,
70
56,
yards, yeah.
35 with no touchdowns.
Right.
And we're starting him out there because we drafted him 4th, 5th round, and we're like, yo, I gotta play him.
Right. Yeah, it's rough.
He's boomer bust.
He
He
yeah.
is the actual definition of boomer bust.
New
Lamar
head coach.
Jackson should be able to put numbers up,
He should
regardless, because he's Lamar Jackson.
Right.
But their offensive line too, I don't think is as great as advertised. Maybe Harbaugh getting fired, like they think it was all Harbaugh. Well, guess what? Minner has to win a division, has to win playoff games to surpass what Harbaugh hasn't done.
Rebuild season. In
That's
Baltimore.
a lot to ask for a first-year head coach.
That was my bullet point for the Ravens. Rebuild Rebuild year in
We
Baltimore.
know what's on your mind.
Here, you know,
It's always beer
sitting
o'clock
there,
over there.
just sitting there, sparkling and shit. New head coach, John Harbaugh. A coach that has been your head coach for the last 18 years is no longer there. You think you guys are just going to figure it out? Like in Carlito's way, you think you're just going to cruise off into the sunset, asshole? Like there, you got to.
I really thought he was, man.
dues. You're going to have to pay dues.
There it is.
And in the AFC, 9-8 can get you a playoff spot, but I got 8 and 9 because I feel like they're gonna miss the playoffs. You want to talk about heartbreaking last minute losses as far as turnovers, field goal misses. That's the story of the Baltimore Ravens of 8 and 9, and nobody's gonna be able to figure it out. They'll be like, how can a team with so much talent be losing these games? It's football at the end of the day, bro.
Yeah.
And this football team with a new head coach in place, new offensive
Let's not
coordinator,
forget.
another offensive coordinator for Lamar Jackson. I don't think Derrick Henry is going to be the issue. If anything, a slow year for Derrick Henry is 1,200 yards.
Right.
So if Derrick Henry's getting you 1,200 rushing yards, he's not the problem.
Right.
There's a lot of other shit going on this team that is the major issue. You've got a Hamilton who is the core of your secondary that can't stay
God
healthy.
forbid if he gets hurt and
Oh,
misses
yeah,
time,
they're fucked.
the defense is just.
He can't stay healthy.
And then that's when Baltimore goes out, tries to trade for somebody's defensive player, like their best defensive player.
The debacle of what was
just
whatever
hurts their
was
cap.
going on when they were trying to get Crosby over there and
That
they
was
were
bad.
hiding
That was a bad
Hendrickson.
look.
Whatever that was, bro.
That was wrong.
Whatever that was, bro.
That shit
That's
was
not
wrong.
okay. You guys you're figuring things.
You had
out
this
for a
man with
year.
his family out there and just stringing them along, bro. That shit was not okay, bro. He was in your building, in your facilities, kept in a room. We're just waiting, do something. Come on, bro. That shit was wrong, though. I don't
Derrick
care
Henry.
what anyone says.
Derrick Henry is going to be potentially the most consistent fantasy viable piece of this offense.
And maybe of any other players.
He's going to keep doing what he does. It's just not going to equate to them winning enough games to win the division to get a playoff spot.
Right.
Like, it's gonna every week is gonna be a toss up with the Baltimore Ravens because that's the style of play that Lamar Jackson plays. It's a toss up, bro. There's something you can see it. He's like pounding the ground because he knows if this would have happened a certain way, he could have just broke free for a big run. He gets sacked a lot, bro, behind the line of scrimmage because he's got happy feet, bro.
Yeah,
he's got happy feet.
But the offensive line does crumble from time to time.
They do, but that's why you have a
Everybody just keeps talking about Tyler Loomis missed extra point. People forget Pittsburgh going into Baltimore beating their ass. Like,
well, he historically struggles against the Steelers.
The Bengals put up points on that Ravens team all the time.
I love when the Ravens and Bengals play.
Yes,
because that's just
fantasy galore.
Yeah, like I love when they play.
DFS, you put in like, your Bengals receivers and Henry at running back, and you are gonna make
they go crazy when they play each
Thanksgiving
other,
Day. The
you
Bengals
never know how it's
their
their
ass.
Yes, they did.
They did.
They did.
Burrow throws against them a lot. He hates them. He does not like the Ravens. But again, like in the other with the Packers, there's two teams in this division that I like more than I do the Baltimore Ravens. And that's why in second place I have the Pittsburgh Steelers at 10-7.
Hey!
Because the Pittsburgh Steelers, they just win regular season football games. However, I'm going to say this about them right now. They have a head coach in Mike McCarthy, an offensive-minded head coach that could potentially, for the first time in the last, 16, 17 years, be the one to get them a playoff win this year. I think the Steelers make the playoffs.
I do too.
And I think that they are a 5 or 6 seed. And depending on what that matchup means for them, they could potentially topple whoever they have to play that first week. I don't think it's going to be the same old song and dance when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers of an early exit. I think they win their playoff game this year. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. And it makes me sick.
Offensively, they're going to be way better, I think.
I think that this is going to be a more interesting offense moving forward.
I watched rookie. I know it's preseason, but I watched the rookie quarterback play better than I ever saw Kenny Pickett play.
I think that Bernard kid is going to be the real deal. They hit on another wide receiver.
That run that he just broke out of the tackle and just spin, and
he looked like Romeo Dobbs I want to pick him up, actually. Jeremy Bernard.
I think 10-7.
I also look at Roman Wilson. I think Roman Wilson might have a bounce back year.
He could if he stays healthy.
But I also think the biggest person on that team that's going to benefit the most is going to be Pat Freiermuth.
I got the Steelers.
I do not have them in second place.
It's a good place to have them.
I have the Bengals in second place.
I have the Bengals in second place also.
And I have them at 10-7.
And I have them at 10-7.
Bengals at 10-7. Bengals at 10-7. I've got the Bengals at 11-6.
I have the Steelers in first place at 11-6.
So do I.
I've got the Bengals ahead of you guys by a game, partly because of some of the same factors that I am equating putting the Detroit Lions in first place, because as far as top 5 easiest strength of schedules go, Bengals are in the top 5, and I think they're going to take advantage of that. Well, your schedule is going to be a little bit harder, but it's not going to be enough to deter you guys from missing the playoffs.
What the Bengals have to do in order for that to really come to fruition is get off to a hot start, because what they notoriously do every year is start off super
2-3,
slow.
The 2-4.
Yeah,
I get it.
So I mean, they have to. They really have to get into a hot start.
The Steelers the last couple of years have started out fast.
There's some outliers.
And then just have those
slumps
near them. Yeah.
There's some outliers in it. I've got them winning the division by a single game.
Bro, Russell Wilson
However,
had the Steelers at 10-3 at one point.
Right. You have a question of the offensive line for the Bengals. It hasn't gotten any better
at all.
I feel like their defense has gotten better.
Their defense.
So if you could just get them extra,
big for them, dude.
Get them extra positions and win those arena football games. Who cares? Like, you're playing against bad teams this year. Right. You're going to be able to take full advantage of it.
You can't let second string defenses keep getting your quarterback.
Yeah. Dexter Lawrence in the defense can give that offense extra opportunities.
He looks good out there.
Yeah, that we can see a world where the Bengals are blowing people out before halftime,
and they will. And it doesn't mean I'm picking them to go to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying, At this point in time, the Bengals and the Lions to me are equals. If anything, the Bengals are better because they actually sniffed the Super Bowl.
Yes, they
Unlike Detroit. Sorry. Win the NFC. You know? But if you've got a healthy Burrow standing upright with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Chase Brown, who I absolutely love this year, they're going to go as far as their talent is going to be able to take them. Now, if you have another situation where this guy's sitting on his ass again, rubbing on his knee, okay, that's going to change the whole trajectory of this division for me. But, again, giving them the benefit of the doubt.
I'm
This
looking
team
at
stays
it, he
healthy.
stays healthy.
This team stays healthy, and that defense can go out there and make some stops. I love the Dexter Lawrence ad. I feel like their defense is going to be better than it was last year. Is their offensive line better than last year? I don't know. I just know the other side of the football is going to be able – like they know how to play with a bad offensive line.
Right.
They do.
They haven't had a good offensive line in a very long time. It's
Joe
really
Burrow's never had a good offensive line his whole career.
It really comes down to him being able to stay healthy.
After the year, Joe's got to go to him like, listen, guys,
dude, we got to do something.
If we got to trade Higgins or something,
they can't draft it. They can't
and get me
figure it
linemen.
out. They can't figure it out.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
They made the choice to double down on the Jamar Chase with Burrow and T. Higgins. Like they made their choice.
They should.
Chase Brown is another guy that's going to be due to potentially get paid.
I know that's crazy. But I look at it, they should have let T. Higgins walk because the money that they signed him to, they could have gotten linemen in the offseason.
Possibly.
And Joe Burrow's a good enough quarterback that he can have made Chovis a very, very good number
contract
2
year for Chase Brown.
And that's the outlier that could potentially hold them back from being able to win the division.
Right.
But I see them going at the bare minimum 10 games for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, I think this division is going to be super fun to keep up with all year.
It's going to be crazy.
I mean, every year it always seems like a battle with all these teams, but this year should be a fun year, honestly.
It's going to be absolutely insane.
Yeah, I think the McCarthy edition with Jeremy Bernard, with Rico Dotto, Michael Pittman, Pittsburgh it doesn't scream tradition, Pittsburgh Steelers, but
I wasn't.
It
I
does
never
feel
expected
fun.
them to do that.
It feels fun. It feels different. And I think just the new blood in that organization this year is going to take them to the first.
Okay, so, oh shit, they can cut Higgins after the season if they want. It would only.
I think it'd be better to try and trade him.
It would only hurt them. They would have $7.5 million in cap space, like dead money, but they would gain $22.5 million.
Well, okay. Would you guys be shocked if the Cincinnati Bengals won the AFC North?
Would I be shocked?
Would you be shocked?
No. It depends how they do it.
Should they stay healthy? Right? Because that's the outlier that we've attached to them for 3 years now.
It depends how they do it for me to be shocked by it.
If they trade him, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
I think he's either going to have to agree to a new deal,
sign and trade,
or
I feel like based on the strength of schedule, they're going to beat a lot of these teams easy. It's not going to tell us much about how they're going to be able to perform in the playoffs.
You know, we can feel how we want to feel about their defense. We just have to see it play out. And, you know, what we've seen the last few years has just not been on their side
now
as far as Lady Luck goes. But, you know,
shitty, yeah.
Dexter Lawrence makes a huge difference.
God forbid that the season goes off the rails for them, even healthy, and say they go 5-12. Do the murmurs begin about Burrow wanting out?
I think they will.
I mean, apparently,
if things start to spiral, I think so.
Apparently, your head coach is bulletproof. You can't fire him. So what happens? Like, what changes? You know, like he's definitely come out and, you know, he dyed his hair blonde and shit. Like, he's going through shit. You know, going through stages.
And a lot of it's the owner. The owner's so cheap, he's not going to fire the coach.
It's just, they need to get rid of that coach, bro. Honestly, they need to get rid of that coach. Zach Taylor is not a.
And then how does that affect teams that are going out and getting a Manning? It's like, are you going to go for a Manning or are you going to go for a Burrow if you know he's available?
Oh,
like what do you?
I mean, dude, Joe Burrow to the Jets is not impossible.
That's nasty, bro. Whoo, man, Joe Burrow to the Jets,
dude.
So there's 2 rumors out about Taylor. One rumor says the extension he signed back in 2022 keep it last year's this year. Then there's another rumor that after the Super Bowl, that it could be 2027.
Do you think that Jamar Chase is going to want to follow Joe? Do you think?
So messy, bro. How do you even go about?
Dude, the Jets have
stack.
3 first-round
The
picks, don't they? Do they have 3 first-round picks?
I don't know.
I know 2 for sure. But if they have 3, I would get on the phone with Cincy.
The New York Jets hold 3 first-round picks.
Give them all 3 firsts for Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Now we're talking a Jets team with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Garrett Wilson, and Breece Hall. And the Jets could.
Would the Manning family allow Manning to go to Cincinnati?
Why not? Why not? It's not San Diego anymore. Like,
Oh,
why not?
that's a lot of balls to be thrown. Like that's.
Listen, it's a crazy
Are they
trade.
smart enough?
Who? The
I
Jets?
think
That saves this cat's head coaching job.
3
like
first-round
that.
picks.
Who,
I
Taylor?
No, the head coach of the Jets.
Oh,
right
Aaron
now.
Glenn? It could.
That like
I look at it like
Good.
this: 3 first-round picks is a Joe Burrow trade solo. There's no way no one else is getting included.
you got to cough up a little bit more. Yeah, if you're getting the stack. Oh,
It's going to be 3. That's what it took for Matt Stafford.
I mean, listen.
Matt Stafford was 3-1.
Go.
Market
Really?
is the market,
But
right?
They also sent.
That is disgusting.
They sent Stafford and the 3-1s for Goff. It was Stafford for Goff and 3-1s, I believe.
So, I mean, the Jets have some pieces that they can throw out there
That
too.
is disgusting. to
You
think
can
about.
you can throw out Donnie Mitchell. You can throw out the rookie that they drafted in Sadiq. They have some defensive players that they could throw their way to make it a little bit more appeasing. But 3-1s for Jamar and Joe Burrow.
That's not enough. That's not enough if I'm Cincinnati. I need way more than that.
Are they smart enough to ask for way more? There's the question, though. That's
Yeah.
the reality of the situation.
I don't know.
I think 3-1s for Burrow would be more legible.
You can't just send another AFC team to stack. That's disgusting.
That's not happening for 3-1s. There's no way. Madden would decline that shit. This is the NFL. They don't make crazy trades like that we look back at and go.
But
that's
this
not
is
enough.
I'm just saying the
this
Jets
is a
have
2020
that's a start. It's a good starting point though. 3-1s for those two.
This is
that's
a
a good
back end
conversation starter.
This is the back end 2027, 2028 type of if the Bengals shit falls apart this year, like what do you do?
That's the
with
only
that
way.
team? Type
But
of
then
way.
does Joe Burrow want to go to the Jets?
I mean, it's not. Listen, I get how talented Joe Burrow is.
But
I
I'm
love
only
Joe
saying
Burrow,
this
but
hypothetically.
He gets
if they-
hurt.
I'm only
He
saying
gets
this
hurt.
hypothetically if they were to miss the playoffs this year. If he makes the playoffs, he's going nowhere. But I do think if he misses the playoffs for a 4th year in a row, like some serious changes need to happen in that organization that he needs to see that are going to be. If
And
not, I can see him pulling the Carson Palmer.
It could be so serious to where since he's like, you know what? If you're offering me 3-1s for the stack, fuck it, dude. I need to make a change for
you
this
catch him on
organization
the right
now.
day.
Me as a
That
GM,
would be
That's what
I
the
need-
Jets did with Gardner.
I need
that
4-1s
trade
and 2-2s.
would be the entire
The
podcast
Colts woke
that
up
week.
one day and the Colts were like, oh, we're a Gardner away. I'm going to go crazy and offer 2-1s for
They
this
were
guy.
crazy for that
Yeah. Oh, they were really crazy for that.
because the Colts
But-
are still going to be bad this year.
Oh, man. And that kid's getting cooked.
And that's
in
going to be
training camp.
the Jets are going to have 2 top 10 picks
Listen,
this year.
Was it a stupid
I
trade?
love
100%.
my last place pick for them this year because it's just looking more and more
Yes.
like reality.
Same.
I
Listen.
think if anything, I gave them too many wins.
The Jets are going to have 2 top 10 picks and possibly a top 15 to 17
third
pick
pick,
with
yeah.
that third one.
which makes those picks more alluring.
Dude, but that's what I'm talking about. Bro.
Those are like you're getting good first
That's
round
where
picks.
teams that
you're putting
maybe
yourself
that's
in
where teams with quarterback needs, a la Pittsburgh Steelers, who be picking in the mid-20s, who might want to move up and draft one of these guys next year. That might fall to like 14, where the Jets might be.
Right.
That would be more feasible than trying to go all the way
Dude,
in.
they can get in my trade scenario, you keep Higgins, so it's not you're still giving your young quarterback a good wide receiver to work with.
Wow.
You can draft another wide receiver. You can draft another defensive player on top of the quarterback that you're gonna get. You can potentially draft new core pieces for your Cincinnati team.
No, I think 3-1 is the conversation starter for just Joe Burrow.
What's crazy is with the Chargers center being hurt now, there's really not that much of a difference between the Chargers offense and the Bengals offense.
Yeah.
Except Burrow has more options as far as the wide receivers that he can, as far as his passing.
There's a big discrepancy between those wide receivers.
As far as the protection, though, there isn't, though. It's a matter of him having a better tandem.
Yeah, dude. But
that's a terrible loss.
I'm taking Joe Burrow and the Bengals over the Chargers, I think 10 out of 10 times.
Do you think the Bengals win more games than the Chargers?
It's possible.
Where did you have the Chargers last week?
I wasn't here. I didn't even make that.
Or you haven't made it yet?
Yeah.
Lucky you.
This guy.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
I'm pretty sure.
Do you think the Chargers can win 11 games right now?
I have to look at that.
I made that schedule.
So I don't think they can.
No.
I don't think they can win 11 games.
I
have to look at the schedule, but I don't.
Bro, I
agree. The
I picked these guys to
I'm
win
taking the
12
Bengals over
wins,
Chargers
bro.
all day.
I picked them to win the division at 12-5.
The Chargers?
I didn't.
That was before that news came out about the center. Bro, the center's the anchor. The second most.
Damn, I wish I would have did this last week.
The second most important person on the offense. The number one person most important on the offense is the quarterback. The second most important person is the center.
Yeah.
That may be a reprieve.
I mean,
come November.
And they want to run the ball. The Chargers want to run the ball.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bengals over the Chargers.
It's just like the Giants. The Giants are going to be running the ball with all four of the running backs.
The Chargers.
I think the Broncos win that division this year.
The Chargers.
I don't know what you guys did last week, but I think the Chargers win that division. Or excuse me, the Broncos win that division.
And look, as a person that drafted RJ Harvey, I seen Jonah Coleman. He could take over whenever he's ready.
I got Coleman in that dynasty.
Jonah Coleman had 24 yards off of 5 carries.
That cat.
Did you drop
RJ Harvey
J.K.
had
Dobbins for
16 yards.
In a dynasty league, yes.
I think I'm going to do it right now.
In a dynasty league, yes. I like Bernard. I saw him run, and I was like, "Yep, there it is." Like, yeah, yep, you got me. You're in the right place to do that, bro. Like,
yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
But I'm the type of person to just rid myself of a lot of drama, and J.K. Dobbins' knees have a lot of drama to them.
Yeah,
so it's one of those things where I can get myself the potential of a rookie that can go off and rid myself of another problem all in one shot and not even have to think about it.
Drop Dobbins. Just knees. Sorry, bud.
Damn.
I mean, his time is limited.
Yes. No,
at the end of the day, you have more of a you get an extended lifespan getting a Bernard, and the unlimited potential that he brings to the table for you at the wide receiver position. Yak means a whole lot in fantasy.
Yes, it does.
It's a whole lot of extra points that you're going to be getting just from him staying upright after making the catch.
Still thinking about that JSN trade.
Those offers were insane.
It's okay, Michael.
I want to turn this team around. I want to flip it upside down almost.
To make it your team now.
Make
You adopted the orphan.
Yeah.
You want to, you know what I mean? You want to make it
not for nothing. I do kind of like the team, man. I just want to make it my own a little bit.
Your own, you know what I mean? I get it. Not wrong with it.
I have way too many.
Make it feel more like your team.
I don't like.
And that's the interesting conversation when it comes to what a JSN package would consist of right now.
Right.
Like I put Brock Bowers on the block in DOA, and to me, Brock Bowers is 2 firsts and a solid player. That's what I feel like his price tag is right now. Anything less than that is a waste of time unless we're talking about a Trey McBride or a Loveland. So it's like if you can get me a tight end at that space, you know what I mean? But I feel like it's 2 firsts and a solid player. It's Brock freaking Bowers, bro. No matter who his quarterback is, that's how good he is. Like that cat has the potential to once again reclaim the tight end 1 spot. No matter how much we love a Loveland, no matter how much we love a McBride, that's what he demands right now.
You're right about that.
Like if somebody was offering me Loveland, I'm like, all right, Loveland plus what? It's probably not going to be Loveland plus a first because Loveland's gotten to himself, which is crazy as hell, but he's gotten himself to a point where it's like, if Loveland is involved in the offer, you knock off a first off the rip. So it's like Loveland plus what? A player? Or are you going to ask for a first? Are you going to ask for a 2027 first? Do you feel like you're paying too much at that point? Do you keep Loveland because you feel like you're paying too much? Like, that's where we're at right now with those conversations. Like in the middle back end of August, in the middle of draft season. This is what people are actually paying in their leagues right now.
Ugh. I like it.
It's the reality of the situation. It's the reality of what we're going to be facing.
Guys, I got some moves to make. Okay.
Oh boy.
Nobody cares about Herbert.
Oh yeah. Just a guy. Just a guy. Go Herbert.
There are things that need to get done. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, man. Those are the conversations that are going to be happening. Next week, the conversation that's going to be happening is the NFC, AFC East. Yowie wowie, bro. There's so much to unpack there.
We have saved the best for last.
The New England Patriots with A.J. Brown. Miami Dolphins. Buffalo Bills. NFC East.
Jets.
Stephon Diggs to the command. Jets. Yeah. The Jets. Stephon Diggs to the Commanders. 4 instead of 5. We can't use the number 5 anymore.
Right.
Like, it's all going to get broken down next week for the NFC, AFC East. The last piece before we get to the final boss
Does Najee
of
Harris
the
make the
August
team?
episode. Oh, he already did make the
Probably.
team, right? Because he can block.
We cut Juju already.
Oh.
We cut another running back a few days ago because he got hurt.
Najee Harris, anytime touchdown week 1?
No,
Oh.
no, not week 1. Maybe week 7, but not week 1.
Devin Singletary getting caught?
No, probably not. They love that guy over there. You guys didn't see what I posted?
About Tracy still on the team ones.
Yes.
Oh, we get it.
Yes, bro.
Then why bring Harrison?
Because
Weird.
we just cut 2 people. He's just a body for Cam, dude. There's 6 running backs on the current roster. I don't think we go into the season with more than 4.
I think the running backs are going to be Tracy, Scott, and Harris. And maybe Singletary.
That's what I'm saying. And from what I understand, Harris is still recovering from the Achilles injury.
You could probably put him on the pup to start the year.
That's 4 games off the rip that he's just not there. And what is he going to be like when he actually comes back?
Well, listen, if the
I don't
guy
think-
has a good line, he should be fine. That guy put up yards with a
Yeah, but
shitty
our offensive
line.
line isn't the greatest. Now, we've gotten better over the last 3 years, and we've been middle of the pack.
Or
the
maybe
last 3
he's
years.
there to teach Tyrone Tracy how to pass
It
block as
could
a
be
running
that
back.
too. It could. Pass blocking is something that's easily taught. You just gotta want to do it when it comes to you. You the player, you have to want to do it. That's something you just.
The
gotta
only
do.
thing I will
And
say,
you know what
about
else I found out on the radio? They said that Boomer said he was listening. I guess I don't know how they pulled the audio up, and they were calling blitz left, and the blitz came from the right. But they called blitz left. The line shifted left, so Tracy was just gonna do his little 1-2 step and then cut out. He didn't think about the guy that was coming from the right side. They called it for that shit to come from the left side. So, he's still fucked up. He probably should have been closer on the inside there and been able to at least chip the guy that was coming in instead of just letting him come in untouched. There's still things he has to learn and see. He has to be able to see shit like that. And so does Dart. Honestly, if you're calling blitz left and the blitz came from the right, even Dart missed something there. Somebody missed something there. They called it left, it came right. Somebody missed something.
Charles Nagy.
So
Matt Nagy, I'm sorry.
there was a lot of blame to go around on that particular play. There's a lot of blame.
We'll pick it up.
Signing
next week.
Harris doesn't take play away from nobody. Doesn't detriment Tracy in any kind of way.
Yell at me next week, though.
Oh, dude.
I'll get going.
Dude, trust me, you won't be the only one yelling at me next week. I'm gonna have a whole fan base yelling at me next week. Okay? And I'm here for it.
You're gonna be yelling at me. Eagles fans are going to be yelling at me. There's going to be I am not going to be doing anybody any favors next week. Because breaking down that division based on what I know right now, what I've seen so far, I'm not here to put any baby powder on anybody, and dress them up for school. It's not my job. It's not a daycare center. Okay? Get your ass on the bus. Because this is the last couple of divisions that we have to break down before we get into the playoff predictions episode, including our Super Bowl picks.
Poor Messick. He's got the worst luck. This guy puts up quality starts all the time. Can't get a damn win.
You're still in it.
Guess what? He lost today.
Don't give up.
1-0. He lost today. Pitched 6 innings.
That's
like second week in a row, bro.
That's bullshit. Losing 1-0 is complete bullshit. But when your team ain't, when they're not scoring, what can you do?
Messick is 1-2 with a 2.08 ERA over his last 5 starts.
Yeah, that's crazy work.
And owns a 2.48 ERA and a 96 WHIP in his last 10.
Jeez.
Poor guy.
Well,
the Guardians suck.
Next week,
tune in.
It's going to be an uncomfortable.
It's going to be a wild
It's
ride.
going to be an uncomfortable
Week
conversation.
4, if Tracy doesn't start get smacked like that again.
It's going to be an uncomfortable conversation next week when we break down the NFC, AFC East for a lot of people.
For you,
not for me. I already know what I'm going to say. I already know. Your team is easy to figure out. I already know. It ain't hard to tell what's going to happen
5
in
and
the
12,
NFC East.
6-11.
I got to look. Yeah, I got to look at what's going on. But there's going to be.
I don't care what you say.
That's fine.
I don't care what you say next week.
It's perfect.
It's not going to deter me.
Perfect.
If anything, it's going to light a fuel.
Listen,
it's going to light
the bet.
We're going to be
watching.
I don't bet on the
Dart
Giants.
versus Ward.
He can talk to Matt.
As far as who spends less time in the tent, easily Cam Ward. Because he
easily.
That's what I'm right now. He actually knows how to slide, even though he looked like shit in the first preseason game. But they were forcing a lot of shit. So I trust Brian Daboll far more than I trust Matt Nagy, easily at this point in time. However, that's not the conversation we're going to have. We're going to be comparing everybody within the division, within the realm of what they've got going on in their immediate situation. That's going to be the conversation.
Just get me to next Wednesday, guys.
Yeah,
we will.
Just get me to next Wednesday.
Ladies and gentlemen, same time, same place next week for phase 4 of the August divisional breakdowns. We will be here live to do it all. Give you that final piece before we get into the playoffs and predictions.
Just a reminder, you New York Knicks,
we're only
NBA champions.
We're only a couple weeks away, man. Like, it's really about to happen. This shit's getting real.
Next week's AFC and NFC East.
Lock in with us, man. Appreciate everybody who locked in with us tonight.